TheRantCast. All right. Welcome to the Rantcast podcast. Here on December 2nd, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Well, 3 after 9, but who's counting? Well, I guess I am. Welcome. Thanks for joining us on the Rantcast podcast on twitch.tv/TheRantCastPodcast. I'm your host, Kurgan, here by myself. Unfortunately, the StrangeBus was not able to make it. He sends his regrets. But we are here to do a show. If anybody wants to join me, I'm actually in the HeroQuest fans Discord voice channel Quest Talk. And if you want to jump in, we're going to be talking about some HeroQuest tonight. And probably that's pretty much it, because that's basically what I've been consumed with lately as far as the gaming world is concerned. I did hear a funny anecdote that apparently the guys who made Stranger Things don't actually play Dungeons & Dragons. Like, they play Magic the Gathering, and people were, like, shocked. It's like, yeah, it's a generational thing. But, yeah, a show that was responsible for getting people excited about the game who had never even played it before. You know, they're doing a nostalgic show about the 80s. But, oh well. I guess the fact that people didn't realize they didn't play is a tribute to, you know, how well they sold it. But yeah, hardcore fans were like, they got that wrong. Well, anyway, I gave up about season 3. It really wasn't that interesting to me at that point, but good effort. Anyway, just say this, the music from suno.com is generated with the assistance of AI. StrangeBus put it together, lyrics and all that stuff. He did a great job. So, as Ric Flair would say, woo! Oh, man. Hey, Chell. Thanks for joining us. It's Chell, bro. That's right. All right. Well, let's douse the flames and let's start talking about our topic tonight, which is Wizards of Morcar leaking everywhere. Oh, and I see Bohemyus is here. Hey, Bohemyus.
Hello, Kurgan.
All right. I feel like I could just, at this point, just set the microphone down and I'll just be like, Bohemyus, I'll be back in 4 hours to just hit the stop button. Because I'm
Can
sure
you
you
hear
have
me?
things to say. Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just changed the microphone, so I want to be sure that it's working.
Good to hear from you. I know I've been gone for a little while, so hope things didn't
Yeah.
get too crazy without me.
Well, I hope you had a good holiday.
Well, let's just put it this way. I did a lot of stuff, but it was not the stuff I originally planned to do. But it was good. It was good. It's if you've seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the movie, it's not quite like that, but I did watch it and laugh because it's like, you know, you think, okay, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. It's gonna be this nice, easy. It's like, nope, totally different. So I ended up doing some cooking at home, and I just polished off the last of the food that I made, and I'm just like, I need a nap.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of cooking, so whenever I do something, it's like a big deal. I'm like, I should do this more often, and then I don't do it. It's like I just need to put myself out there more, you know. Well, how have you been? How have you been, Bohemius?
I had a weird fever. Okay, the day
Oh
of
yeah.
Thanksgiving, where like I I slept practically in 2 days
Oh dang.
consecutive. Well, I got to sleep on the night in the night of Thanksgiving. I skipped the day after completely.
Oh dang.
I wake up.
Are you okay now? I hope.
Yeah. Yes, it was I don't know. Was a weird weird. It was not COVID. It was not. Was a weird
Mm. Your voice,
thing. I
your
never
voice
had.
does sound a little different. I mean, I know it's the air is really dry here
No,
over
I
the
mean,
winter, but
my nose is still very congested.
oh yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
I'm a little still sick, but the fever is
sorry.
gone.
Well,
Okay,
I'm glad you're on the mend, shall we say. I,
but it,
I, I wanted to
but it
make the
was
joke.
weird.
It's like, I got a fever. and, and the only
Yeah, but
prescription is more HeroQuest. Sorry.
I wake up exactly in the moment when Timothy start uh, showing us all the spoilers.
Oh man, that is hilarious.
So yeah, so, I wake up in time.
Yep, yep, yep. It's like you're in the emergency room. It's like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Hey, hey, HeroQuest news, HeroQuest news. His pulse rate is
Hero Quest,
he's,
no.
he's alive. He's gonna survive. He's gonna make it. Yeah, yeah. Just when I was ready to go to bed, it was like, wait a minute, what are people posting? Ah, dang it! Now I got to stay up for another hour just to, just to acknowledge this. I'm gonna be dreaming about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
uh,
yeah. I had to eviscerate the content to completely read everything and
mhm,
understand all the changes. Like yeah, like like we do.
of course,
We
dissect it.
love to do
Yep.
it for fun. Yeah,
It's definitely the thrill of discovery. I We're about to get into it. I'm just trying to figure out. I've been away from this too long, and I'm trying to find the right screen. I always do this. Okay. All right. We've seen this guy before. This
very
video,
happy.
I laughed so hard because this is Cristobal LaGuardia de Morcar on YouTube. Shout out to him. Uh, I was listening to his video because I was walking away and I had the very silly auto dubbed English translation, and it's like, "Hello, how are you?" And then it's like we were talking, and then it's just suddenly like, and I'm like, yes, he's so excited, and I'm excited. I'm excited for him. I'm excited that he's excited. Just booming laughter about because it's the lair of Morcar, of course, right? So we're talking about Wizards of Morcar.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah,
They don't want to diminish his name, his own name. Yes.
yeah. Imagining the voice is like, ha ha ha.
Hmm.
That is very exciting. It's like, no, just let him be. Let him go for it. Yeah. I uh I think I've said it before. When it comes to like against the Ogre Horde, when it was coming out, I was looking to all you guys in the European HeroQuest fan community. I was like, okay, what are you guys going to say about this? If you guys are excited, I'm excited because I don't remember it, you know. But that was a big deal. And with this one, I think it's going that way too. I mean, I've already heard some things people saying, and I've seen their point because I've read the text and it's like, oh, looks like they meant to add a word here, or I'm not sure, like Stormmaster spell instead of Stormmaster spells, like plural, like that's a typo. But I mean, it doesn't change anything. It's just like, oh, somebody missed that, but it's too late. Well, I guess let's. I have the pictures. So let me just say there was a guy. Uh, is he actually Australian? Do we know the
Um,
guy who leaked all the pictures?
Timothy.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Timothy.
Well, I don't know, but he said that he's posted from there, from Australia. So
Gunmanivan. Gunmanivan is his handle. But anyway, yeah,
yeah,
he was. I So the story is, so Avalon Hill has a new Discord. They started their new Discord, and they're going to be slowly taking away the old one. So they want everybody to come to the new one. I've already come there. You can post gifs, but it looks like you can't promote other sites. So I guess it'll be just like, oh yeah, HeroQuest fans, you know what to do. Like, uh, but yeah, Michael is pretty cool at Avalon Hill. But anyway, it's nice to see that they've got that. But anyway, um, what was I saying? Yeah, so people are posting that stuff, and so there's been stuff going on the Yield and Facebook group, which I'm not part of, but people have cross-posted stuff into our Discord, and there's been stuff posted on Reddit as well. But this Timothy guy, this Gun Manavan, he is one of several people who got, I guess, from Australia. So he's either Australian or he got it from one of those stores. They were not supposed to release it. Michael admitted that that was a mistake. Like they were not supposed to sell it. But nevertheless, those people are out there. Nothing about Pinkerton's going after those people. So those copies are out there in the wild. People have them. People posted pictures, and people are going to be doing unboxings. We're seeing more and more stuff, and now pretty much everything is spoiled now. But Timothy, I think there was only two cards he didn't uh, post pictures of, clear pictures of in English. So yeah, people like Cristoble have gone through and looked at it and made their commentary, and I definitely have some ideas about it. Um, and I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna get right into it if that's cool. I'm just gonna start throwing pictures on the screen, and if you wanna just throw in your commentary, Bohemius, I'm all
Yeah, you
for it.
lead. You tell me what you want when you want my opinion, and I'll tell you.
Yeah. So this the first image that you're seeing, and this is not from the leaks. This was already posted well in advance on Amazon.com. So the official release date is still March 1st, I believe, even though we've had pre-order sites like in the UK saying January or December. I mean, wherever this is December 2nd already, but officially it's March. So we might have some time to wait. They also said that influencers, so people like Dungeon Master, shout out to him, Dungeon Master on YouTube in German, he's going to be getting a review copy. They're going to be getting review copies out to those people, but that doesn't mean they're just suddenly going to release it everywhere. Like they're still sticking to the release date. So, I mean, that kind of sucks, but I guess the fact that we see everything means we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry that it's not coming out. It's like it's done, it's finished, it's ready to go. So I guess we can start. If you're like Carnival, shout out to him. You can start writing your rewrites, your fixes. I mean, I'm already thinking of stuff I'm going to change. But this was an image of one of these artificer spells, leech life. So the spellcaster rolls one red die for each figure in the same room or corridor. If the roll is equal to or greater than the target's mind points, they lose one body point, and the spellcaster recovers one body point. So kind of an interesting thing for the bad guy to use. I was getting the impression overall that this pack is not as complex as Jungle's Delthrak or Rise of the Dread Moon. I feel like those two packs were designed to like keep Zargon busy, like the GM will never be bored. Against the Ogre Horde was fairly straightforward, but it did add the whole arena battle thing to give it like a complicated extra level, I guess. Because I remember like having trouble keeping track of okay, now whose turn is it again with our different arena battles? Which I know I've got to do a new arena battle for the streams once we come back. Living that leech life. Hey, Gold Public. Yeah, welcome to the Rantcast podcast. We're talking HeroQuest. But with this one, it looks like the challenge, the complexity is the fact that we've got a lot more magical characters with spells. So you've got the heroes have new spells, just like the original, and you've got bad guys with spells. I mean, we've had that kind of before already with magical enemies, just standard monsters that have magic. But yeah, there's a lot more of it. So yeah, you've got each of these guys with six powers that they can use. And I was looking through the booklet and I see that there's a little bit of they've tinkered with it. So sometimes you've got people who like, oh, they use the spell before they even do anything, like it's already active, or they get to like do it again, or there's like bonuses. And there's definitely sections where it's like, oh, all the monsters in this quest of this type have this special ability, which I like because it sort of gives it a theme, but it's also an extra challenge. It's like, just some orcs. It's like, no, no, these orcs have this ability. Like, oh, cool. Keeps it fresh, keeps it interesting. And um, now we need to jump into the things that are new. So this was one of the cards actually that Timothy didn't show us because he was taking pictures of the stuff. And I get it. You've got like 5 cards of a certain type. You flip one over so that you see the design on the back, but then you forget that, oh, I didn't show you what was on the other side. So there was like 2 cards he didn't show us, but this was the first one, Leech Life. Sorry, just getting out refreshing beverage there, and shout out to Dead Gamer on YouTube. Every time I take a drink, I always have to think of him because he would do that on these streams. All right, so the Artificer. So this is the Artificer. Artificer spells. So what do you think of the design of this character? At first, I was not sure. I'm just like, okay, female blacksmith. She's got short hair. She's got a big hammer. And then of course we were wondering what that big Mega Man arm cannon was. It's like, oh, it's a scroll case, right? Although I like our theory that it was just a big carpet that was rolled up, stolen from one of the other quests.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, well, talking about the design, I did like the design. Oh, in the moment I saw the miniature, okay, from the first leak, I already more or less understood what it was because uh, you see the apron, there you go, the leather apron and
Hmm.
the hammer. I say, okay, this one is yeah. What was confusing was the scroll that we didn't know. Now we do, but that's very interesting. Also, the name of the scroll. That means that she
Yeah,
she have it, she's not the real owner of that scroll. Okay, so
yeah. This, I guess, to be honest with you, when I see this, I think D&D character. Like this was my impression. It's like this looks like
oh, yes,
uh, the person, the features. Looks like a very young person, like a cosplayer. Like I made this awesome costume, but I'm just a regular person. Like for some reason, I think when I think of like evil sorcerers, I think of like I don't know, scars on the face or like a goatee or a classic villain
he,
sorcerer look, old man. I mean, I guess you got
yeah,
almost bald, but I don't know. When it's a female villain, it's tough because you either think I always think of like Cruella Deville, or I think of I don't know. Oh, who's the one in Sleeping Beauty? Maleficent. Or
Maleficent.
I think of like an old witch. Like there's stereotypes of that. So I guess
Yeah,
the fact that they're
yeah.
not just
You're
copying
right
that is
because this one
creative.
is yeah because let's say it's not a sword and sorcery stereotypical wizard or anyway
Hmm. Hmm.
a Warhammer wizard either. Okay, is a mix because she's like a blacksmith,
Hmm.
forger. I don't know. Did you ever watch Castlevania from Netflix? The
No, I never did. I never did.
okay. There's characters there they are like the necromancers. They're called forger, I think, but
Hmm.
they are practically the wizard, but they have like tools to take the dead to dead back to life.
Oh,
Okay, so is but this one let's say is it feels like an hybrid
a hybrid.
of
Yeah.
ideas. Yeah, yes.
Like
Of
Vulcan,
course,
like the
yes.
blacksmith god Vulcan.
Well, because in a way, a little bit of Forge. Like, let's talk about RuneSmith from Warhammer.
Hmm.
The iconography is similar, but the RuneSmith normally are
Rune,
like
yeah,
dwarves.
yeah,
Dwarves. So
yeah. This does
yes,
look like a
this one
dwarf.
is an hybrid of idea, and yes, more close to the modern D&D
Yeah, yeah.
than anything else.
Gold is in it. I could almost imagine. I have no idea. I would. This would be like the next year's Gen Con, like asking Doug about it. But I can almost imagine somebody just made this character, like made this design, and they were like, let's fit it into the game. Which is, I mean, you could look at that as a criticism, kind of like some of the characters we got in the Mythic set. It's like, let's make this orc bard pirate guy, and like, where would he fit in the game? Maybe he's a hero. Like, a lot of people looked at this character and said, that looks like a hero. That doesn't look like a villain. But then again, what does a villain look
Yeah.
like? Just because they're evil, do they have to look ugly or scary, or can they just be like, just like a normal person that happens to have some skills and here they are? So I kind of don't want to spoil what I because I've read what the character does and what the character is, but this is actually like a really important character. This is not a side character or anything.
Oh yeah, it's very
Hmm.
important.
Yeah. So I guess don't judge by appearances. They always taught us as kids. Yeah. So there's that character, and of course we've seen this before. This is nothing new. So let's get into more of the reveals. So the artificer has Six powers, six spells, dread spells. So we've got, I think we've seen these before. Oh, I could have just done that all along. Whoops. Oh, we'll do it like this. Sorry about that. So we've got Conjure Golem. Golem appears, steals the ring, leaves. No, Golem. Okay, so you've got this like Golem idea. So a magical construct, like a man of clay who comes to life, like an evil Adam. And we saw those miniatures, of course, which I think I wasn't sure what to think of them when I first saw them, but I guess because I wasn't sure if they were really HeroQuest or not, that I was kind of skeptical at first. But now, I mean, now that I know they're part of the game, it's like there they are. They're huge. Look how big they are next to the huge Minotaur, and then you've got Sir Ragnar over there. So they're two bases. They're gigantic, and they're like a pale green color, almost like a glow in the dark plastic, but not really. They don't glow in the dark. So conjure the Golem. The spell conjures up a fearsome creature of stone that's dead set on protecting its creator. And of course, they're like undeads. They have 0 mind points, so it's dead set on them. Place a golem on a space they can see. Doesn't say they attack immediately, it just says they appear. And I think we can sort of connect the dots here. Let's see. I believe there is the card as well that explains the golem. That was
Yeah,
an
but
old.
it's not also. I think it would be specified. Just place them, and they would not attack
Yeah.
because anyway. uh Anyway, following the rules, nothing says they you cannot attack with a miniature that was not there at the beginning of the turn.
Yeah.
So
I think when I was a kid, I'm trying to remember. We probably just like if I don't know, the Witch Lord used Summon Undead, they would just start attacking everybody. But the card doesn't say that. And then once you in Wizards of Morcar, you do get cards that say, okay, the orcs appear and they can attack and move immediately. It's like, oh, because it said that, it's like, okay, so it's a different version of the spell. One, they just show up like meat shields to protect the guy. The other one, they just
is it?
run in and attack.
Is it? I mean, it was for the European version. They were the first spells. Okay, uh,
For spell
they
cards,
they
yeah,
they
yeah.
just the first spell cast, so they just specified
Hmm.
in maybe the Europe in the American version was just implied
Hmm.
because it's not written anywhere that you cannot
Yeah,
not attack.
yeah. If a monster just suddenly appears, well, you think of a wandering monster. The wandering monster shows up and immediately attacks, but the text says that it does.
Yeah,
And I know people will get fight over that, but it's like you play the way you feel is
yeah,
natural.
but he's
But yeah,
doing it. But he's doing it in the turn of the hero. So he's yeah. It makes
that
sense that you
yeah, that's
specify
true.
that.
That's true. Yeah, because it's like, okay, Zargon gets to move all of his monsters on his turn, and one of the monsters makes more monsters appear. Okay, so do those guys move as well, or do you gotta wait until the next round and then because yes, now the heroes are occupied. They got to fight those monsters. They might kill them all, but they're killing those monsters instead of the other monsters. So it still protects the bad guy who summoned them. He has to use his action up to bring them in. But when it says they can
Yeah,
attack immediately, to me that's an extra bonus. It's like, oh yeah, these guys come in and they're already swinging. They're already running and attacking. Why does it have the little black and white chiclet of the golem art on the card like that? Oh, yeah, what that is this little image here, that is like the map symbol. So on Zargon's quest booklet, that's what he would see. So that's just to remind you that that's what that looks like. All the monster cards in the new series have that symbol on there somewhere. I'm pretty sure they all do. Whereas like a hero card, it wouldn't have that. So we got 5 movement, 4 attack, 5 defense, 3 body, 0 mind. So actually very similar to a gargoyle, except it's an undead and it's a 2 base monster. So all of the squares surrounding those 2 bases it can attack. Yep. Yep. Okay. So still looking at the artificer. 100 golem. Okay. The dread shifter, make sure that you say the F, very important, unless you're feeling grumpy. Yes, summon the dread shifter. It's like people are saying, just call them mimics. You own the copyright. You can call them that, or the trademark. Anyway, once a normal object, now a creature of nightmares. The spellcaster places a dread shifter on a space they can see. Doesn't say they attack, but there are more rules for the dread shifters in the booklet, so we can look at that in a bit. But you've got basically a door mimic and a treasure chest mimic. And we saw those in the earlier picture from the unboxing screenshot here. So we've got those glorious teeth and tongue and everything, the creature. See, that makes it look like it's all integrated into one piece. I wonder if the sculpt that we saw on Etsy was not complete. Like I was thinking it was a piece that they like glued on,
For sure,
two part.
for sure.
Maybe
No, no,
just the
that
ankle.
part, if
Hmm.
the part is, it felt really was like some kind of test, or it was like halfway uh,
Yeah,
print, as you call it,
yeah, yeah,
or it's the part behind.
yeah. But anyway, I think it looks all right. I
Because
mean,
what's missing?
it,
Uh,
it yeah,
it's possible this is another part to the glue right after. I saw a picture of the people they bought it, and it really doesn't look like it's part of the miniature. It's
well,
weird.
yeah.
It should not be there.
I suppose if we see it up close, it'll look a little different. Yeah. Okay, so back to the cards here again. So we got the Dread Shifter, we've got the Golem, and then we've got the Leech Life. So those are three of the powers, but there's more. So what were some of the other ones here? So the Hammer of Ruin. So yeah, this makes me think of Thor's hammer here. The spellcaster keeps the spell face up and may roll 2 extra combat dice when attacking. I always thought it was interesting in these. Why do they just say the spellcaster? Why not just say the artificer? Like, even though that's the only character that can use it. But anyway, I guess he is a spellcaster, or she in this case. Keeps the spell face up and may roll 2 extra combat dice when attacking. If an attack from the spellcaster does not result in the enemy losing at least 1 body point, the spell is broken. So I guess you get on a damage spree with this one, potentially. See, I was thinking it was going to be like you kill the character and then you get the hammer to use, but not necessarily. Okay, I thought
Well,
these were in order.
this one is the spell, is not the artifact.
Right, that's
So
true. You're right. There's
mm,
an artifact as well. This
yeah,
one was interesting.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
go.
You mentioned the spellcaster. No, it's similar. Any spell is fine. The spellcaster wording at the beginning.
Hmm.
Throughout all this expansion, they changed it. They all
Yeah,
change. They make them all generic. The spells for some reason,
yeah.
and that was the reason why the clue that I thought they were going to put you say a competitive play, because it would make
Hmm.
the spell compatible for a competitive play. Otherwise, a villain cannot attack another villain because the wording of the spell. So they would put
To make it
spellcaster,
easier for you to.
or
That would have been interesting.
and they say
Hmm.
the hero. They talk about the target. They don't talk about
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
hero. They don't talk about the
The
enemy.
character or
So
figure, yeah, the
all the
generic,
yeah.
yeah, neutral,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, yeah, and with the European version, it was very much like that. You could fight each other. Um, Morcar
Exactly.
forces probably wouldn't be attacking each other, but yeah, it spurs the imagination. I know some people were talking, and now I'm already forgetting who was saying it, but they were saying, well, why keep that concept of having, okay, these are the Storm Master spells, these are the High Mage spells. Why not just have them all just be Dread spells, and then when you get to that character, just say, oh yeah, he's got this, and this. I guess I could see that as a fine idea of a concept, but at the same time, I'm glad they preserved the card backs or the nostalgic styles. And when you're getting ready to play the game, it's easier because you just go, okay, take the six that have the same image on it, easily grab them, get them going for the battle. Because especially as you know in the original, when you got the boss rush, when they're all in there, it's going to be a lot easier than having to sort through. Okay, now which six does this guy have over here, and this other guy has these six, and oh man, it's like no, you just sort
Yeah,
them all out, ready to. It's an
but
organizational,
it makes
thing.
also
Hmm.
it makes also easy to umbrew like a character with the spell of an enemy.
Yeah, yeah, you could do that too.
So you want to umbrew a wizard that doesn't use his spell. He use the spell of the eye mage or the spell
Yeah,
of the orc,
that would be pretty cool.
whatever.
Yeah,
You can do it.
yep, yep, you sure could. Yeah, I could just imagine all the interesting ideas, and a lot of people praised Wizards of Morcar back in the day for that, saying, well, as a quest pack, it's kind of feels unfinished, kind of buggy, but it's got a lot of cool ideas in it that I could use to make my own adventures, like a sandbox, play around with it. So I could see that too. Okay, so we've got Beseech Dread Power. This I thought was super interesting because I know we've probably talked about this before, but in Warhammer, this idea of the Chaos Gods and what they are, or the dark powers of chaos. Like there's some evil intelligences that are out there that maybe sorcerers can call upon to use. I mean, in the original storyline of HeroQuest, I mean, I was shocked to read the European version where it's like, oh, some of this text wasn't in the version that I grew up with. Mentor was saying like he doesn't know what he's done. You know, these powers will serve him for a time, but then they will ultimately destroy him. It's like, oh, whoa, interesting. So here we get explicit reference in gameplay to the dread powers. So the spellcaster may immediately cast a spell in response to being reduced to 0 body points. So kind of like a death save, sort of, for a bad guy. Roll 1 red die. If it's 1 to 2, it's ignored. I take it means that nothing happens, like the prayer to the evil gods is ignored. And then 3 to 5, place a gargoyle in the spellcaster's space. And if they roll a 6, the air chills each hero in the same room or quarter loses 2 body points. Discard after use. So that could have some imaginative kind of role play uh, opportunities, for Zargon to say dramatic things when this happens. So beseech dark powers. These are all new. These were not in the original Wizards of Morcar. All right, and
Yeah, this
your
one
comment.
is a simulation of the. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Is is a simulation of the wind of magic going wrong and the chaos warp opening and the demon coming out.
Yep, yep. It's a it's a bloodthirster. Hey, Verg. Thanks for joining us. Wow, good thing they didn't make an outhouse dread shifter. You'd have to drop the F and play. Well, listen, people made snide comments when they saw the image of the face of the specter, so people will do what they do. Hammer of Ruin he says Hammer of Ruin feels like a good way to do a cleric based weapon effect for HeroQuest. Yeah, the blessed weapon. Yeah, the blessed hammer. The mages are of different backgrounds. It makes sense to keep them separate from dread spells. The wizards of Morcar are of many different magical backgrounds, whereas dread spells are spells school in and of itself. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose there have been people who've tried to break it down and say, oh, but firestorm and ball of flame are elemental and tempest is air, and but then yeah, you have all these other things like fear and summon undead and uh, lightning bolt, and it's like, yeah, I have no problem with it. I feel like so far in this pack, it's been similar to Against the Ogre Horde in that they've preserved a core of what the original was like and then added on to it rather than rewriting everything. And I'm sure they did that strategically based on feedback that they'd seen people put out. So the things that people wanted to keep, they kept, and then the things that people kind of had a problem with or homebrewed a lot, they probably felt more free to tinker with. So interesting there. Okay, so we're up to 4, and they're all out of order. Do you recall what some of the other ones that the Artificer had? So we had Leech Life, Siege Dark Power, Golem, Dread Shifter.
The Scroll of Morcar.
Oh yeah, the Scroll of Morcar. That was like a big one. Because it's like, wait a minute, who is Morcar? The big reveal is coming. Maybe I forgot to. Nope, there it is. I was going to say I better have downloaded it. Okay, Scrolls of Morcar. Okay, so I was looking at this and I was like, is that Morcar? And I know we know the answer. That's not. But we got these trio of ghoulish creatures. These almost look like abominations. No, they're ghosts or ghouls or something. But anyway, the spellcaster keeps this spell face up and places 3 shadow tokens on it. When the spellcaster takes any amount of damage, remove 1 shadow token instead. The spell is broken after the last shadow token is removed. So basically 3 extra body points. Now, I was a little disappointed when I saw this because I thought that the shadow tokens
I think
were separate.
more. I mean, their shield block any amount of damage. Or I'm not reading it correctly.
Oh, no, I hadn't thought about that. Okay, so like, let's say you roll
It would
like
block
5 skulls.
4 damage
They
with
didn't block
one.
anything.
Yeah,
Oh, just take 1 token away.
yeah,
Oh, shoot. So it's like a limited version of Dark Companies, like 1 black shield blocks all, except it's automatic. Okay, so that
yes,
is pretty
that's
powerful.
automatic.
Yeah, good point. I was half awake when I first read this, so I formed my opinion and it was a little premature. So anyway, the Scrolls of Morcar. So that's what's in the carpet. So you shake the carpet, the dust forms into these demons, and they're like getting in the way of the hits from the heroes. He goes flying, turns into dust. The next one, and the whole time the artificer is like, yeah, you can't hit me. It's like unholy armor. Pretty cool. Okay. And was that it, or is there one more that I'm forgetting? Siege Dread Powers. See, I'm going to be like the guy who's
That's it.
looking. Forget.
I
Okay,
think.
6. There were 6 of them. Okay. All right. So
Well,
anyway,
the scroll and
yeah.
the 2 summon,
Hmm.
the one that didn't post, and see them all. No, how many? There are 5.
One. Oops. One,
The 2
two,
summon,
3, 4,
the hammer
5.
and the scroll. Ah, yes, and the beseech. Yes, there are 6.
Cool. Okay, so that's the artificer. Pretty interesting character, and then let's go into more familiar territory. So we've got well, maybe somewhat less. This is the Warcaster. So the Warcaster. So I will reveal a little bit of a spoiler here. Groshok is not dead. I thought he was dead. I thought they killed him off, and we've got his daughter instead, Nishak. But apparently he's still alive, but he's just doing something else, and that's all I'm gonna say. Um, there goes my theory that his flaming skull that she's swinging around. That was one of my theories. I'm probably not the only one that thought of that, but I kind of think she looks cool. She looks crazy. She looks scary. Um, She doesn't just look like some of these female orcs are portrayed in other media. It's just she's just a model with green paint and some fake teeth, and then otherwise she looks completely human. It's like no, she looks monstrous. She looks kind of otherworldly, but she's got a big sword. She's got a I think Cristoble was commenting on this that it kind of looks like she actually has an outfit that's similar to Groshok. You just take away the hat, you get rid of the rattle that he had, but you've got an incense burner. Like you could sort of see it fitting into that. Like maybe this is like the female version of the uniform that type of magician wears. What's your thought, Bohemius? You know more about Warhammer than I do.
Oh, well, it's completely it's completely a new design. But yes, the coat I think is the only part similar.
It's like fur,
Yes,
but it's
but,
black.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but like Rorschach, okay,
Mhm.
like the people normally uh, painting.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, I really like actually this model and the art even more of the more than the model itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very World of Warcrafty.
World of Warcraft. Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess with the model,
yeah,
it looks a little more human to me, but once you paint it, I mean, you can emphasize the sort of monstrous, the fangs, the big hands. Of course, that's
yeah.
kind of like a Warhammer staple anyway. Big hands, big head. But when it's an orc, it's like, yeah, it's human, but it's a little more distorted, more twisted. And she's got the scale armor underneath, skull, chain. Yeah, you could have a good
Yeah.
time painting this figure. And it's the sorcerers. They seem to be kind of like a coal black color, kind of a almost like I always compare it to like a black crayon instead of like like slate gray or something. It's you can still see some of the detail without having to point a bright light on it, but it's still kind of got a dark color. I
Like
guess go ahead.
slate.
Slate, yeah, yeah. I guess I was hoping still for dark blue, but I changed my mind. Originally, I was going to say if they make these gray, I'm going to spray paint them blue like day one. I'm going to take them right out of the package and spray paint them blue. But I kind of like this. I mean, I like the idea of having black as bringing back that color, even though it wasn't the canonical color of plastic. I mean, it was more Battle Masters, but we did have those factory betas or whatever they called them that people gave away at conventions and then have made their way into collectors' hands. I have several black figures. Yeah, so that's the Warcaster. I wonder if I don't know. I don't know if it's like a politically correct thing, but just like we got lost the chieftain shamans, like shamanism, were they thinking, well, people are going to mistake that for, I don't know, denigrating someone's culture because they're a bad guy? Like, I don't know. But I have no problem calling this an orc shaman because that's what it was called in the original. But if you want to call it a warcaster, warcaster's cool too. Or is a shaman or a shaman, is that like a male profession? So they're saying like maybe it being a female character, it wouldn't work anymore. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they changed the name because the spell that we're going to see, I imagine, uh,
Mm.
they don't reflect the power of a shaman.
Hmm.
They are more like a war. They're a war center more than like a nature spiritual
Hmm.
connection.
Yep.
Part the spirit of vengeance, but still. It,
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and according
uh,
to Doug's quest, the Dread on the Horizon, she's more powerful than Groshok. I don't know. Of course, when we meet Groshok
I
again,
didn't.
maybe he'll be more powerful.
If you want to do a side by side, maybe they change the stats, but I don't know.
Well,
That's
it's
a reason.
it.
Okay, for sure, they changed the spell. Some of the spell are stronger than
Yeah.
than before.
Yeah. Of course, storyline wise, I mean, they can always reintroduce Groshok and make him even stronger if they wanted to. Like he's learned much in his time away. Yeah, because it seemed like he was kind of on the outs with Zargon, like he had failed somehow, and so he was trying to make up for things. Or maybe that was a cover story. So yeah, maybe this is some kind of like ancient cell phone because she can call goblins. So instead of summon goblins, it's call goblins. Spellcaster places up to 4 goblins on spaces they can see, so you can put them around you. The goblins may be taken from those not in play or from anywhere on the board. So you got your teleport or you got your spawn. They may move and attack immediately unless they've already done so on this turn, or done so this turn, which would only apply if, yeah, so if they were far away, like on the other side of the board, but still within sight, and they'd already attacked, then you couldn't do it. But I would think you'd always just bring in new ones. I mean, who doesn't have 4 goblins ready to fight? So I like that. But I think this spell is basically exactly the same as it was before. No change, except for the title. But then we have Summon Orcs, which has been changed to, you'll be shocked to learn, Call Orcs. So she gets the ancient cell phone out. She gives these guys a call, the call to action to bust some hero heads. The spellcaster places up to 2 orcs on spaces they can see. The orcs may be taken from those not in play or from anywhere on the board. So the original, it didn't say that. It said you take them from someplace elsewhere on the board. So they've made this spell more powerful. I think that's great. They can move and attack immediately unless they've already done so this turn. So I don't know. Anything you want to say about these 2 spells? What do you think?
I don't know any Zargon sane of mind that would ever teleport stuff that is already on the board.
Well, like they're
If
they're
for
10,
what
10
reason?
squares away. They're 10 squares away, and
Uh,
they need to move,
I,
yeah, exactly to get the
yes,
buttons to fight.
yes, but it's better someone for I don't know. I think I know only for a comedic result you can teleport stuff, but
Or
it's better to summon
yeah, or you want them to survive, so you send them away from the fight. I don't know. Um,
whatever.
well,
I don't know.
the nice thing is though, a Zargon who doesn't feel this character is strong enough, it would be really easy to just grab that summon orcs card and just add it to the character. So now they've got an extra, just like
Yes.
the necromancer. You could grab the summon undead, give them a little extra boost. These heroes are winning these battles a little too easily. Let's make it more interesting. Let's
Mhm.
give them an extra spell. They may not have a chance to use it before they get killed, but they could always do it. Summon a big army, so now they're surviving longer, and then teleport some more guys in. Yeah, summon those orcs. But I know initially people were saying, "Oh, this isn't good because it's only 2 orcs." But again, if you take it as they can move and attack immediately versus not, I think that makes a difference. Okay, let's see. And then Spirit of Vengeance, which to me is like the evil version of the genie. And so I like it a lot.
Yes.
Yep. Spirit of Vengeance. And of course, it shows a mercenary getting uh, attacked by this. It's like Casper the Friendly Ghost, except he's Casper the Unfriendly Ghost, the mutant ghoulish ghost. The spell allows the spellcaster to send an invisible spirit to attack any one character on the board. Well, that makes it even funnier. So like the guy just like doubles over. He gets like thrown around the room. It's like, what's happening? A poltergeist is after him.
The, the, the guy was guarding the entrance and,
Yep, yep,
and he got killed.
yep. It's like what
Boom!
happened? Ah. The spirit attacks once with 4 attack dice. The character attack defends as normal. The spirit then vanishes. Now it doesn't mention that the spirit can't be harmed, but I mean, yeah, I guess. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like the genie.
but notice it says any one character on the board. So I guess
Yes.
you could attack an orc.
Yeah, it is exactly what I meant when I said
Yeah.
they're generic spell. So
Hmm.
you can attack anything.
Yep. That would be kind of a funny moment if, I mean, yeah, I don't want to give away my ideas, but let's say you cast Genie and I'm like, Spirit of Vengeance appears and fights the Genie. So now you got these two,
Right. Like,
yeah, it's bringing the ring. They're slugging it out like in the spiritual realm. Like, what is happening? And then after that battle, the smoke clears. Like, okay, yep, you could have some fun with it. So yeah, it gives you some ideas.
yeah,
Okay.
you can rename it Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. Okay. So let's see. I should have organized these a little better. So that's three. What were some other? Oh, the shield of protection. Yeah, there we go. See, I didn't grow up playing this one, so we haven't run it yet in our streams. So I'm still learning about it. But yeah, we got so this bubble shield, this Dune type magical shield. The spell allows the spellcaster and all orcs in the same room to roll one extra combat die in defense until the start of the spellcaster's next turn. It's pretty helpful buff. May only be cast in a room. So this is a good time to have the bard in your party because all of a sudden he gets a boost too. You're like, stop cheating. All orcs, it says. I mean, come on. Okay, and then the orc berserker was the last one. Oh no, sharpened blades. I forgot about that one. Sharpened blades. I like this one. Spell allows all orcs in the same room as the spellcaster to roll an extra attack die for this turn only. So again, good to have that bard with you. Aren't you glad you brought him along? I'm joking, but if you want to annoy Zargon, that's what you got to do. And then the last one was Orc Berserker. Where did I put it? Gee, maybe this one I did forget to grab it. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly back into the Discord and get the picture. Hey, Joe Kozier, welcome. Yeah, we're just looking at Wizards of Morcar here, and thanks to Gunnavan Timothy for posting the spoilers for Wizards of Morcar. Well ahead of schedule, well ahead of release. Okay, so this would be in the spoilers section. The only card that we haven't seen is Call Skeleton. I'm assuming it's the same. I was asking him if he could post it. I think he's gonna be posting it tonight sometime. But will the stream still be going? Don't know. Okay. You can go ahead and talk while I'm looking for this if you want to.
Searching for Berserker, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember. I read it just the once. The card, so I'm not sure of the text. But yeah, as you can see, they yeah, explain.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
What is doing is give a bonus to one of the orc or all the orcs. Imagine we buff them. Yes, it is essentially a buffer. But you know, all these wizards are weird because you have very strong spells, but at the same time they have very strong attack in their statistic. I don't know if you're aware how deep you want to go in the spoilers later to see if we are going to see the statistics of the monsters or not. But they have very high attack, and you have to choose. You still have to choose. You have to choose to attack or use one of their spells.
Mhm.
Yeah, and at the end they can do a lot of damage because they can set up the fight, casting on the spell first, and then at the end attacking with their attacks if they're still alive.
Oh, he forgot to post it. How did we miss that one? I thought I had seen it, but I guess I was looking at sharpened blades because it has a similar. The picture is of an orc like getting angry, like of his, and it shows his
Uh,
face up close.
let me check. Maybe but
Yeah.
did we see that card or not?
Well, it wasn't in the set that he posted. I'll send him a quick message here.
Yeah, but we didn't see it in the previous
Previous reveals.
leaks revealed. No.
Oh, so we're missing another one. Okay. I just thought I was being disorganized, but it's like, no, it's not actually there. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what it would look like, probably. Excuse me. All right. So this is from Yield In. These are scans of what the originals looked like.
Oh, perfect. We
Yep.
can see also and do a side by side.
Yeah, we could. So Orc Berserker. The sorcerer
But
may choose one orc within his line of sight to be filled with immense strength and vigor. The orc may then move twice
oh,
and
perfect.
attack twice during the turn only. And if it retains that ability, how Avalon Hill treats that is two attacks against the same target means only one defense, and one is unblockable. So there is that.
Yes.
Yep. As you can see, these others have not changed. Very similar artwork. Although you get a little more of a Marshmallow Man ghost with the Spirit of Vengeance, summon goblins. But yeah, notice the summon orcs. They have to be in line of sight. So that one has been strengthened in the new version. Yep. All right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see I'm so much stronger than before
Hmm. Yeah.
because you don't teleport the orcs. You summon them. You create new one. You you double attacks, more damage.
Hmm.
But the other one, the Spirit of Vengeance, well, it hit everywhere. I don't know if it was hitting everywhere on the board even before. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oops, I lost it again. Let me get it back. Yeah, the Spirit of Vengeance allows the sorcerer to send an invisible spirit to attack any one figure on the board. So figure versus character, but there it is.
oh,
The spirit attacks the figure once with 4 attack dice, which may be defended against the normal way. It just says the spirit itself cannot be
destroy.
harmed. Yeah.
Perfect.
But see,
Yeah,
since they deleted the spirit itself cannot be harmed, it could be harmed. So you quickly summon the genie and the fight begins. There you
yeah,
go.
yeah. But I don't know. I didn't read that part because I didn't want to spoil too much. So I didn't read the mechanic of the fight. If yeah, yeah. I'm just reading the story, not
Yeah, yeah.
the
Well,
mechanic.
and see, that's the problem. It's like I want to read it all and just digest every detail, but then I'm like, I'm gonna tinker with stuff just in case people remember it, even though probably by the time we actually play it, you're not gonna remember. Because I think if people
Yeah,
remember stuff from
I
30 years ago, I'd say good for them. But if they remember it from just looking at it last week, it's like, I'm gonna have to switch some things around. Yeah. Well, plus, I mean, it sort of puts your own unique spin on it. Like, I know some people coming to our stream have already played their own games, and it's like, okay, now they're experiencing that as a hero, probably instead of as Zargon. But still, you want to throw in a few surprises. change it up a little bit. Okay, so that was the Warcaster, and we're taking our sweet time with these. So next, how about we do the High Mage? So this guy, and I guess it never really struck me how much lightning he's using in all this artwork, and yet he doesn't have the lightning bolt. So here again, if you want to, this could be a really easy modification to just say, take the lightning bolt from the game system, give it to this guy. Give him a little extra option. But yeah, on the cover art, it shows him throwing a lightning bolt at the bridge, and here it shows. Well, I guess the lightning is behind him. I mean, well, I guess it's coming off of his staff too. Like the staff is imbued with lightning magic. But I was surprised with this guy because I think you were telling me that this is a very like Warhammer like design, like very like the way I guess the hat could be generic, but I mean the crescent moons and the key and everything. I don't know. What's your thought on this
Yeah, yeah.
design?
They kept the same. Yeah. What is the new meaning? I don't know which one is the new meaning of this symbology, but in Warhammer, yes,
Hmm.
they had was important in you need material component for the spells, and many of them are represented on the wizard. For example, right now, for example, I don't see any ring on his figures. Can you
Hmm.
zoom in on the miniature?
Oh, let
Because
me
that one
see.
is another one that is very important.
Oh, see, it's blurry. It's blurry in the right spot, so
Mm,
it's hard to tell. I mean, the wizard has a ring,
I know.
but
Yeah,
does
I don't
this
think
guy?
this wizard has a ring.
Okay, but when you're painting him, be sure you paint a ring on there. There you go. Yeah.
Yes. Also, they changed the shape of the moon on the staff. See, it's
Like
more
a
jagged
wrench.
and more like square.
Yeah.
That is more like a goblin in Warhammer moon,
Hmm. Interesting.
more than a moon from the School of Magic. So
Yep.
they did some changes.
When he went out to
Okay,
battle,
to
his
make
his favorite staff was missing, so he had to grab the first one that he found. It was a goblin staff.
yeah.
Darn kids playing with my magical stuff again. Don't you know that there's a war on? Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, they put effort in keeping the elements, but change them to not look like Warhammer.
well, I know they have to preserve their agreement with Games Workshop, keeping the IP separate, but at the same time, I appreciate the fact that they keep it close, not just for nostalgia reasons, but also for the sake of all the fans who did decide to integrate more of the background of Warhammer Fantasy into their HeroQuest world, and it's just that much easier to just plug it back in again if they want to, unofficially, of course. So, yeah, I think he looks cool.
Yeah, yeah, but this one, in my opinion, is forever. It's always been the final form of our wizard. How
Ah,
it should look when he become older.
yeah,
Okay, because he
fancy
got
staff,
all the elements.
beard,
Hmm.
big hat,
Yes.
extra stuff strapped onto his outfit. He's got the bracers on. Yep. He's got everything he needs. He just doesn't have the cloak. But maybe I picture he walks in dramatically, he throws the cloak aside, it turns into a big monster or something, and then he engages in battle. Yeah. I think Cristobal was saying he looks like a musketeer. I mean, I can kind of see that. He's got the uh not a tabard, what do they call it?
Oh,
Scapular.
yes.
And he's got the
Mhm.
the like lacing, and he's got the long puffy sleeves. I mean, you could paint him that way easily if you wanted.
Yeah, but like we said before, it's more a modern D&D
Aesthetic, yeah.
style
Yep,
aesthetic.
yep, yep. Okay, so the high mage, this is the high mage, and so his powers, we'll go through here. High mage spells. Yeah, they didn't have monster cards for these guys. I think a lot of people expected there to be, but I don't know. It doesn't matter that much. I think we got a lot of cards here. So you may think the lightning bolt is his because in the original artwork it showed the High Mage throwing the lightning bolt, but it's actually a Stormmaster spell. So that's not one of his, but his include.
Yeah, but at least this time I think they changed the art. They put the Stormmaster instead
Yeah, yeah, they did.
of the
Yeah, they did.
image.
Yep. I did a version of it where I copied and pasted the art so it's like the High Mage. Instead of the High Mage, it was a Stormmaster. Okay. Is this one of his? Yeah. Okay. So here's the first change. This was called Dispel originally, like Dispel. Um, and people were pointing out, well, there's also a Dispel in Mage of the Mirror. So they were taking on this convention of like changing the name, even though you're not going to get the card confused. But anyway, it's called Unlearn. You must unlearn what you've learned. So the spellcaster may pick one spellcaster. The spellcaster may pick one spellcaster and force them to discard one spell card at random. The spell is removed from play for the duration of the quest. So you're right, generic again. He just takes it from one of his fellows. Stop using that spell. It's too cheesy. It's too
Yeah,
cheap. Yeah. Although it'd be kind of cool if he could steal the spell and use it himself. But this is just, yeah, he just annihilates your magic.
that's a Skaven spell.
To steal someone's finisher and use it against them.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
I like it. See, homebrew it just kind of almost writes itself. All right, so cool artwork as usual. Let's see, what's another one? Rust. Okay, I was a little disappointed by this one, I'm not going to lie. So, Rust in the game system only damaged either a metal sword or a metal helmet. That was what the original did. This version was any piece of equipment is destroyed. In this new version, the spell may cause any one piece of metal equipment to decay to the point of uselessness. It is not effective against artifacts. Remove the affected equipment from play. Now, in the original, they didn't have to say artifacts because quest treasures were just something completely different. But since the game system one says it doesn't affect artifacts, it's like okay. But this means that you can destroy somebody's armor, their battle axe. But okay, is a shield metal or is it wood? Because they show a shield in the picture. So I could see somebody arguing on that one and saying, well, it's not really metal. It's like, yeah, I'm going to say it's metal and you lost your shield. But your staff would be okay. Your toolkit would be okay. Or is the toolkit metal? You might have a little debate there, but Zargon's always right. So just it wouldn't affect the bracers. I guess despite the artwork, you do have cards that will say something on there. Like it'll say the word metal somewhere. So you say, okay, that's what it was. And if it doesn't say metal, maybe it's not. But I mean, you think most equipment would have some metal component. A crossbow probably has some metal pieces. If those get destroyed, does that mean the whole weapon breaks apart and is no longer useful? But I don't know. I always liked that this one was more powerful. And they didn't change the name. They just kept it as Rust. What do you think, Bohemius?
In which way is different from the old one? Destroy any item because I think any item will be, I don't know.
Find it here.
Well,
So here we've got the High Mage stuff here. So Rust. Spell causes one item of equipment of the evil wizard player's choice to rust and become useless. The equipment card should be discarded. Okay. Yeah. It's not chosen at random. He gets to decide. But it's metal. So they just add the word metal.
yeah, But I think because the everything is connected to the wood. The wood. We have another spell. The spell of the
Twistwood.
elf.
Yeah,
Is
Twistwood.
target wood, so they have to make the distinction in materials.
That's what we need. We need the change dispel or unlearn steals Twistwood from the elf, then uses it to destroy the wooden equipment. Then he whips out rust and destroys the metal equipment. See? This is how you win.
Yeah, completely destroy it. Okay,
Everything
if you
destroys.
destroy a battle
Ah,
axe, you're left with a stick.
but you can right, right. It's a yeah, it's one attack die now. Darn it. Something, but it's not four. Well, and then if you've played against the Ogre Horde right before this, because once we get into the storyline, you might have your Bone Battle Axe. Seems like that'll be unaffected by this spell or Twistwood. So
Yeah, yeah. That's why
this
I
new
cherish it.
corrupt bone spell that will destroy the bone weapon. Yeah, you thought it was useless, but now it has a new use. I always thought it would be a clever thing to use a potion of alchemy when your item gets destroyed. It's like, oh, it's rusted. Well, I'll quickly turn it into gold. At least I can, if I survive this battle, I can buy some grog with it, the golden weapon. But anyway, that's rust. So I like it. Yeah, actually, I should have been using this as a guide all along, looking at the images from the old one. So strands of binding, wall of flame, madness, escape. Oh yeah, escape was one of those ones we saw early on where we're like, oh, they changed it to the game system way. And so I thought that was going to happen with all the spells that had the same name. So in the original, in the original Wizards of Morcar, escape just brings you to, what does it say? Instantly to an unoccupied square on the game board. So that could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be an explored area. But in the North American game system, it was a predetermined on the map secret area. So you have to travel to a new location to find the guy. He's regrouped, and then you can fight him again. So I guess it ends the fight, but it builds the suspense again because you're like, where's this guy hiding? We got to find him. So there's the new one. Spellcaster may disappear and instantly teleport to a secret destination known only to Zargon. Space is marked on the quest map, and it's marked with the little Zargon seal, the little pumpkin skull. Nice artwork. It looks like he just exploded. Okay, then we've got Strands of Binding. Cast a spell to fire magical tendrils from the spellcaster's fingertips, so you use the Spider-Man web fluid to entangle one target who may not move or attack until the tendrils are destroyed. Tendrils have one body point and roll 4 defend dice. The target may defend against other attacks. Discard when the tendrils are destroyed. So if we go back to this, Sorcerer may fire magical threads, blah, blah, blah. May not move or attack until he destroys strands binding, which have one body point and 4 defense dice. So that's the same. Spider power. All right, and we've got Wall of Flame. Okay, so for this one, cast a spell to create a magical wall of flame which covers two squares. Whoops, there's a typo. Not occupied by figures within the spellcaster's line of sight. The wall has one body point and rolls 6 defend dice. So I think some people were saying this was nerfed, but actually no. The walls, the magical walls, all have one body point. What I think people are thinking of is on Yield In, there is like a version that's been converted to the North American rules, and the walls all have 2 body points. But that's a fan modification. That's not the original. And I'll prove it to you. Whoops. Nope. Nope. There's the original. 1 body point and then roll 6 defense dice. but it's only 2 squares. You still there, Bohemius? Just making sure.
Oh yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
I mesmerized him with my commentary. Just kidding. All right. Here's the okay, so the walls. Okay, so there's the wall of stone. They gave them little faces. I kind of like it. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it looks too silly, like these are Pac-Man villains or something? The wall of stone, wall of ice, wall of fire. You see it?
I really like it. I really like it because it feels like they're in a way elementals,
Oh yeah,
uh,
yeah,
magical in some ways. That they have some. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I really like it.
yeah. You could definitely reuse these as elementals in some other setting if you wanted to say.
Whatever. I was so happy when they actually did it, when they show it, because it was something that I really requested firmly 2 years ago. I was
Right.
asking strongly for those walls to be in transparent plastic.
Instead of just the cardboard that you insert into the little plastic
Exactly.
base. Yeah. Well, maybe Doug was sitting there one night and he saw your post and was like, "All right, let's do it. Come on. Can we get a designer in here to to make some translate? All right, got it."
Yeah, but I ask everywhere. I ask in.
Mhm.
You remember we did
Yeah.
the in. I never write anything on ULD in the forum. That was the only time I actually ask.
Mhm. Well,
Something I write there. I write on the forum. I
right.
write on the Discord everywhere.
Yeah, I like to think that you were the deciding vote. I bet you there's people out there that had the same idea, but yeah, it was an attractive enough idea that they did it. So yeah, and if you disagree, you
No,
can
no,
always print out the
I'm
original.
not, I was not the only one. I was okay. There was a lot of people. They agree with me. It's not that I
See,
was the only person they wanted, but I
you
remember
rallied
I
you
asked.
rallied the mob, and they were forced to. Well, what you could do though, if let's say you did want the cardboard ones, you could print them out, glue them to
Hmm.
chipboard, cut them out, and then you could use the bases from First Light to hold them up with the plastic. So if you
Yes,
wanted to do it the old-fashioned way, you could do that too. Or you wanted to have more walls
yeah.
than just the
So,
three.
something that is not specified is how many squares they occupy. Is not some. Probably I didn't read correctly, but
Okay. Wall of
it doesn't look like
Flame.
they block only one square. They block at least two or three,
Well, this
and
says
it's not specified.
this says so in the original card it says covers 2 squares. And if we look at the new version, covers two, but see
Two
they
squares, two squares. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
so it covers 4 squares. Okay. I'm sure they meant to just say two or write the number two, but they put both of them. So if you want to print, if you,
Two,
now you got to buy 2 copies of the game so that you can fulfill what the card literally says. And it covers 4 squares.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you got to do. So well, and people have come up with different ideas. I think in Legacy of Sorasil, it's different. Like a wall of flame can actually be passed through, but you take damage if you do it. But here it's just a solid object that just stops you. You just have to smash through it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I was imaginatively, I was thinking it's like I don't know, like a slab of lava or something, and like burning logs, and you chop it down and it falls apart. Or maybe it's a force field that you got to bust through, and it just happens to have a fiery appearance. You got to
But
strike with
they
magic.
made it in a way stronger because in the booklet it specified that they are going to use the shields, white shield for defense, the all the walls
Oh, is that right?
instead of the.
Oh,
Hmm,
instead of okay. So it's not that if a bad guy summons it, it uses black shields. It's white shield, but it's always white shields. It's
it's always white shields at least.
okay. So here's
See
the magical
the
reference
reference.
chart. If we can read it. Special effects. Take one of these miniatures and place it on the game board. They remain on the game board until it's destroyed. Walls may be attacked in the normal way and can defend the same way as characters. You roll 6 defend dice, walls at 1 body point. Huh. Maybe it's in the booklet then. Did you say booklet? I guess I wasn't really.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, once we get to the booklet, we'll double check. Because, yeah, that definitely would make it stronger. And I would have no problem doing that rather than just saying black shields. It's kind of weak because it only has 1 body point, even though it's got 6 dice to defend with. But yeah, the magical reference chart is still in there, as we've seen. And you flip it over, and it's a whole new room that didn't exist in the original, which is cool. And we found out that's the artificer's room. So you got the stack of comic books, you got the empty Mountain Dew cans, you got the waterbed. No, just kidding. It's like a magical like study. Yeah, I guess we can go over the tiles here in a minute. But I did want to say this. When I saw these little tunnels, I thought maybe those are the pits of darkness, but it turns out I was wrong. These are actually like tunnels that you travel between, kind of like the trapdoors in some previous expansions. And then this other image here, we were talking about the shadow tiles. These are the shadow tiles, these little purple things, which I was taking that as a preservation of the fact that in some copies of Wizards of Morcar, this 6-tile Cloak of Shadows was split up into 6 individuals, but now it shows that they actually use these as counters for those spells. So that Scrolls of Morcar uses it, and then there's another spell that uses it as well. Might be the Cloak of Shadows actually. But there's the room. So it's got this magical eye on it and these magical runes. I don't know, a brazier. Is that like a tool shelf or something? Some tankards of grog and a wooden crate. Well, anyway, more homebrew fodder easily. Okay, back to the cards. So we were looking at the High Mage. Okay, Madness. That's the one that's left. So cast a spell on one figure to affect it with a frightening madness. The evil wizard player may then move that figure on his next turn, although the affected figure may not attack or cast spells. So a weaker version of Command or Dominate. Looks like there's no resistance to it. I hadn't thought about that before. Okay, let's look at the new version of it. So the new version of Madness. They gave it a new name. So I was thinking like, were they thinking it was insensitive to call it madness? Like, is this mental health awareness? But possessing people, that's so much better. I guess it's not the 1990s anymore. But anyway, it's called Possess now. So the spellcaster may cast a spell on one figure to affect it with frightening terror. Zargon will move this figure on its next turn. The affected figure may not attack or cast spells. It doesn't say they can't use potions, but I don't know. I guess this could have strategic value. You could move them into a trap. I don't know. What are some other things you can think of, Bohemyus, using your bad guy imagination?
Well, move them inside a room full of monsters.
Get them ready to be beaten down.
Yeah, somebody's blocked. No, somebody's somebody is blocking the door. Is doing try to do the tactic of the door. You know, we don't use it often because we like to enter and showboat.
Yeah. You're so tough
In
you
the
don't even have to
yes,
use
but
them.
Yeah,
Jesus.
but imagine somebody's keep is using the classic tactics to block the door. With this one, you can just move him inside the room.
Yeah, it's like, oh, just come inside. They grab him and they yank him in, throw off the strategy, and then the other monsters can move in. Good point. Good point. Yeah,
Mhm.
get the barbarian out of the way. They even show him in the picture. It looks like the barbarian or maybe the berserker.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah, any mental attack is always the barbarian is always the target.
it's always the first to go. But I
Yeah,
guess I'd never looked closely enough to see that there's no defense. There's no like chance to counter it. So
no,
that's consistent with the original version. But yeah, so
yeah,
you could do it to the wizard, but yeah, chances are it's going to be the barbarian blocking the door. Good good thought there. Okay, so how are we doing? So that was the high mage. Okay, so are we ready to look at the necromancer?
yes.
He is still the necromancer. Now, this was such a good change in my opinion that the first thing I noticed about this guy is his helmet was gone, but I didn't notice that his weapon had changed. I mean, he has the curved knife in the original, but they gave him a scythe, and it's like it kind of fits. I know there's a big glare on the light on the card here, but let's look at the miniature. We've looked at the miniature before, but it's nice to get a good view of the art in both cases. So it's got a big scythe. I mean, it's still curved blade there. I'm missing the headdress. I wonder how many people are gonna make that out of like green stuff or something and just stick it on and then paint it, give him the old look. I mean, he's got the bone breech clout or whatever you call that. He's got the goatee. He's got holding up the skull. This was another like Warhammer type design, wasn't it? With the headdress and everything.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
But they did right. I mean, the other one was more pompous. How you call it? This more high, like a high uniform. This one is more casual.
Ah, yes, yep. Casual Friday at work. So he didn't wear his fancy headdress. Well, on the other hand,
I, I,
they could have given him a different helmet, and maybe that would have been more controversial because people would be like, ah, that's the wrong one. Why is he wearing that thing? So maybe it's a compromise.
yeah, they made it more simple. Anyway, everything you see, the new design, they try to take away everything that is over the top.
Mm-hmm. More practical.
Yeah, more practical because the new generation like it in a way. So
Yeah,
you want to create something that is more,
tastes have
yeah,
changed.
practical, like you said.
Yeah. At the same time, though, I mean, I'm looking at the art here. It looks smooth. His garment looks smooth, but here you see the little divots. So a painter could use their imagination, come up with, I don't know, it could look like a snake skin, or it could look like fish scales or something. I mean, you could come up with a different way of portraying him. Uh, let your creativity get going. I mean, I know he's a human, but you could give him like a ghostly pallor, make him look more ghoulish or something, almost like a lich or something. So I wonder if somebody would like carve that skull off and like put it on his face and like have him holding a severed head instead. That would probably be a lot of work to do that. But somebody out there, give it a try.
Yeah,
Yep. It's like he cut off his own head and now he has a skull. All right. So the necromancer. Yeah, I did a homebrew a proxy of this character and I made him a vampire. And I tried to give him like a vampiric type stuff. But yeah, you could do all kinds of things. So the necromancer, of course, his spells are going to be focused on that kind of ghoulish,
yeah. I
undeadly
agree
portion.
with Joe.
Oh,
He said
I missed your
is
comment.
the texture used in
Oh, like the Witch Lord. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, the Witch Lord miniature. Joe knows. Yes. Excellent. Okay. So, oh, yeah, I should just look at the classic versions. Okay. So this is the original. So you got Cull Skeleton, which we still don't have. The Death Bolt, Fear, Raise the Dead, Skulls of Doom, and Summon Mummy. Those poor identical mercenaries just hanging out. Here comes the mummy. Yeah, there you see the pompous headdress. Oh, he's got long nails and yeah, but otherwise very similar. I always think of the pumpkin bombs that the Green Goblin throws, but it's a skull. Typical bad guy tactic. All right, let's see here. Let's get the image back. So for the Necromancer, we've got so there's Fear. Causes a target to become so fearful they may only use one attack die. The spell can be broken by the target on a future turn, so not immediately, by rolling one red die for each of their mind points. They must roll 6 to break the spell, discard the spell once it is broken. Oops, it's not the right one. Okay.
It's the same, right? That's the
Yeah,
old one. It's the same as the
yeah.
game system.
Oh, yeah, they have changed it. Yeah, so the originals was the target is filled with unreasonable terror and may not attack or cast spells on his next turn, although he may move and defend. So he can still fight. It's just weaker, and he can get out of it. But this could continue on if he keeps failing to roll the correct amount. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of disappointed when they just keep the same one because then it makes it harder to just not grab the card and have two versions of it that he could use. But oh well, they probably decided this was going to be more to people's liking. Okay, Raise the Dead. I thought this was a cool spell. They get killed and you replace them with a skeleton, which can move and attack immediately. So just when you thought you put them down, the skeleton like arises out of their corpse and attacks. This says no action required. So if you look at this here, Raise the Dead, cast this spell on another player's turn after monster's been killed. Monster's then replaced with a skeleton. I guess it's pretty much the same. Monster dies and just because when is the monster ever going to die
Yeah.
on Zargon's turn? It's always going to be on the hero's turn, unless he's killing his own people.
Yes.
This guy is too incompetent. I'll turn him into a skeleton. Yeah,
But I like the specified the action is not required.
yeah, yeah.
So
There's no debate. Well, that's true because people always debate about death saves. Well, yeah, but if I haven't done an action on my turn, but it's Zargon's turn, so it doesn't count. You can't really do it.
yeah, but imagine the new mechanics with new characters. For example, the Berserker, they can attack in the turn of Zargon. It can
Ah,
kill you actually can kill
that
one
is
of your
that is a good point.
skeletons. So you can
That is a good point. Say, hey, hey,
freely cast this.
I know it's not my turn, but boom, here he goes. Or it is my turn, it's not another player's turn. So yeah, it removes that. Clearly, there was some nerd in the room was like, hey, actually, what if? It's like, okay, we'll shut that, we'll close that loophole. So fair enough, fair enough. Somebody thought it was important to note that, and good on them. Okay, and next we have Skulls of Doom. This is the new version. The spellcaster hurls a magical skull A laughing skull. A screaming skull, maybe. Screaming specter. At any opponent they can see. Opponent. Okay. The skull explodes into a fireball. Roll 2 attack dice. The target may defend normally. So I remember reading what people were saying because the original says explodes like a fireball. And they wanted to make it more explicit into a fireball. So we're going to see later you have the fire resistance, and then the person can speak up and say, well, actually, I used the fire resistance earlier, so this can't hurt me. If they fail their defend roll, of course. I don't know. Do you think this is too weak? I mean, it's just 2 attack dice.
But well, he's not that different than the other one. But yes, he's a little weak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it says defend normally. So
I will.
it's not like Ball of Flame where you roll the red dice to see if you get a 5 or 6. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one is a little weak.
Yeah.
I prefer to punch it. You will roll like I don't know. I don't remember, like 4 dice of attack.
There you
It's
go.
better.
2
Like cast a spell.
skulls. There you go. Skulls of Doom, not Skull of Doom. It's plural. So he throws 2 of them. So 4 dice.
Goals.
Skulls, yeah. Or maybe he could
Uh,
like throw 1, 2. Each one is 2 attack dice rather than
or
yeah.
or hit everyone in the room.
Yep. He has a big like bag of skulls that he's twirling around. He's swinging it around on his head and throws it, and they all just launch. We could use Joe's flaming skulls, and they start shooting lasers at everybody. There you go. See, Joe. Okay. All right. Yeah. If I do the homebrew thing on each one,
Yeah,
it's gonna
after
take
the attack
forever.
phase, yeah. It's like another summon. You summon one of those skulls, and he
Yep.
instantly attack, and they stay there until it's destroyed.
Yep. That'd be fun. Okay. And then we got the Death Bolt, and once again, it's one of these poor mercenaries getting zapped. Hurl this spell at one target, again with the generic language, within the spellcaster's line of sight to cause them to instantly lose 1 body point. And we have seen that the mercenaries are boosted to 2 body points in this version, so they won't just die instantly. But still, no defense. It's pretty nasty.
Yeah, it's a magical dagger.
There you go.
That's cool.
Yep. I think it's a phaser from Star Trek: The Original Series. Okay. All right. It's good stuff, though. Okay. I was just thinking with this possess spell, I bet there's people that would say, look at that and go, that the warlock should take that. That looks kind of cool. Okay. So, all right. We got fear. Oh, yeah, we got the summonings. Yeah, we're still waiting for Call Skeleton. I don't think it's been posted yet. As of this recording, live recording. Summon Mummy. These mercenaries just having a nice little chat over here, and we got this mummy walking like an Egyptian coming towards them. Spell summons a mummy. Place a mummy in any square adjacent to the spellcaster. Oh, wait a minute. Is this one changed? Oh, it may move and attack at once, but they did nerf it, so it doesn't say it can move and attack at once. I like the old version better. What do you think? There's the mummy.
Can you? Uh, Did someone? Yeah, yes, but you know, I already told you what I think about it. So,
You think
to me,
you could
anything
reasonably read it into the original?
they just forget to add it, but is not, in my opinion, is not important because the rule allows them to do it anyway, to attack the moment
I think this
they
guy's
get summoned.
strong enough he can do it. Yeah. This mummy's fired up. He's ready to go.
But it's the same. It's the same rule of the mercenary of the cadre. Okay, if it's not written, doesn't mean they cannot do it.
Ah, doesn't say he can't do it. Yeah.
Yes, doesn't say that you can't do it. So it's not. Uh, you can you can still do it
Yeah.
because just following the rules, there's nothing there to
Sargon's the
block you.
master of the game world, so he can do what he wants.
Mhm.
Well, I think, and it is kind of funny just thinking of the modern age of gaming. Like in the middle of the game, you're like, you can't do that. And like, listen, I'm Zargon. I can do what I want. Well, yeah, but that's not fair. Okay, listen. I'm gonna pull up the Discord here, and I'm gonna ask Doug, the rules designer, if this is what he intended. Oh, it did. I was right. See? Well, I still don't like
I,
it.
actually, actually, it's a very interesting question to ask because
Hmm.
it's very generic. It's used multiple times during the game, so it's.
Hmm.
I mean, should you, if we ask something like this, if
Yeah,
we can have a generic idea of if it's working the same for everyone or not,
yeah.
if they're meant to be different.
Yeah, because sometimes it is the case that it's like, oh no, we did mean that, we just forgot to put it on there. It was supposed to be the same as before. Yeah, because just summoning a mummy seems
Well,
pretty weak to me.
yeah. Anyway, if it's the case, is a significant, uh, I say, nerf.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, if it was like a free action, that'd be all right. But it just, yeah, it takes up your whole action to do it. Square adjacent to the spellcaster. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's summon mummy, not call mummy. Summon mummy. Okay, so that was the necromancer because we still don't have call skeleton. I'm trying to see which one that is. Is it the scout talking to swordsman? Since it's a man and a woman, it's like they're like, "Hey, so how long you been in the service?" Well, the monster sneaks up on them. They're getting a little too chummy. That's funny. Okay, you could just write your own storyline. Okay, the Storm Master.
Well,
Oh, what was your thought?
yeah. This one is the set of spells that I like the most.
Oh
I
yeah,
believe.
yeah. Look at him. I at first when I saw the Storm Master, I'm like, this guy looks he looks kind of boring, or I don't know if he even fits in the game. It's Noah, but I don't know. The more I see him, the more I have accepted him as the character. So this is the Storm Master. He's got some interesting powers. And I was looking more closely at them and I thought, gee, I haven't really thought about what it would be like to control this character. It looks like it could be kind of fun, kind of interesting. So if we look at the Storm Master spells from the original version, so we've got Blinding Sleet, kind of makes you think of Frozen Horror a little bit. Got Earthquake, which uses the tile. Got Hurricane, Lightning Bolt, and there's the old art that shows the High Mage doing it. And it's like a lightning bolt, but with like a fireball at the end. Uh, yeah, it's like here's how you do it. It's like yes, I know. I'm casting the spell, not you. Thieving
It's
Wind.
cheat. cheating.
Cheating. Yep.
Lightning bolt. It's actually a fireball.
Yep. Yep. Just can't do it the right way. It's like, all right. And then wall of ice. I guess for a while I was calling it wall of water, but that's because in Legacy of Sorcell there's a wall of water. But it's not the same thing. Legacy of Sorcell came out in '94. It's got Amiga computer game. Well, anyway, let's look at the new version of the Stormmaster Dread spells from Wizards of Morcar. So let's throw in Hurricane. Spellcaster may cast a spell on a character they can see who is in a straight line in front of them. So not diagonally. The character is then forced back in a straight line of squares until they hit a wall, another figure, or fall down a pit trap, or trigger another trap. I guess this could be strategic because you can move into the right position and then push them into, yeah, all kinds of things. They're forced back a straight line. So, I mean, depending on if there's a clear line, they could go all the way down the end of the corridor, like all the way down. So they're out of the battle. That could be interesting. Yeah, forces line until they hit a wall. Another figure falls down a pit trap or triggers another trap. Another figure. Yeah, because normally you pass through another figure that's on your team. But I guess, so if there's another hero standing there, you would just stop. But I suppose Zargon could maybe bend that one a little bit and say, oh, he just fly right past him. You may pass as he goes flying by. Although in the picture, it
Or
kind of looks
push
like,
everyone.
yeah, there you go. I like that interpretation better. Just force. Yeah, what if all the heroes are in a line? You just kind of shove them all back with the hurricane instead of just taking control of one guy and he goes flying like a rag doll. They all go flying. That could be nasty. They all fall down the same pit trap. There you go. Now you're thinking like an evil wizard. Okay, so that's hurricane. Thieving wind. The spell must be targeted at one hero. The hero loses one piece of equipment chosen at random. So actually, this is like a stronger version of Rust because it can take
Yes.
any piece of equipment. Ah,
Yes.
chosen at random. So I picture the hero with all of his equipment cards holding them up to Zargon, and Zargon just like picking one. It's like, oh, looks like I got your battle axe.
Yeah. Also, the potions are part of the equipment, right? They, even if they are like potion, the alchemy
Ah,
deck,
he could grab
but still
your holy water, or your
you get every my grog.
oh no, not the grog. So we got to get those alchemy cards. We can't get the alchemy, but you can get the equipment. Good point. Yeah, you're right. Now, why does the wizard have a shield? I guess that was the original art, wasn't it? Let's get it again. Oops. I guess it was a wizard in the original too. Is there a magical shield that only the wizard can use, or that the wizard can use?
Unless it's a force perspective, that's an amulet. An amulet. We sure there's a shield deck is a little out of focus for me.
Yeah, looks like it's a flying saucer.
No, no, it's a yes, it's a flying saucer.
It's a sombrero. He
It's
was
a
wearing
big.
his magical sombrero, and it was stolen. Very unfair. His harmonica was in
Yeah,
the headband too. Well, maybe he was holding it for the barbarians. Like, hold on to my shield for a second, because I got to swing this battle axe. It's like, aha, thieving wind. No, my shield. I wanted it back. You can imagine.
yeah, no, that's unequivocally a shield. That one.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess it's being true to the original art, so that's a good thing. Can't fault them for that. It's like sometimes they feel free to make a correction because they think it was not accurate, but then other times they just leave it. So maybe it was too iconic. I wonder if they voted on all these. Like they had them up on a board and they're like, keep it, change it. Okay. All right, we're keeping that one. Wall of Ice. The spellcaster creates a magical wall of ice which covers 2 squares occupied by figures. Oh, unoccupied by figures, sorry. The wall has 1 body point and rolls 6 defend dice, discard when the wall is destroyed. So pretty straightforward. To the Wall of Ice. Keep this card to hand until the wall is destroyed and then discard it. Well, discard when the wall is destroyed. It's the same thing, same meaning. Okay, now let's look at the other interesting ones here. Earthquake.
We're getting to the spell that I want to talk about.
Oh,
This
good.
is the closest thing, okay, to a monster that can open door they ever made. Because if you read in the booklet, there's a specific
Ah,
on this spell
I think I
because it can shatter walls.
breached wall tiles. Yeah, I forgot all about that because again, I haven't played it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So let's look at the original. Sorcerer may split the ground asunder in a straight line of 6 squares, lay the earthquake card piece on the board to determine who is affected. All those caught will suffer 1 body point of damage as if they had fallen into a pit trap. And I suppose it explains if they have to like jump that breach later. Splits the ground asunder in a straight orthogonal line.
They-
6
mhm.
squares. This is the first usage of
In-
orthogonal in HeroQuest officially.
yeah, is that they are going to be like pit traps, the entire length. So 6 squares of pit traps,
Wow, that's
and you
nasty. I
treat them like,
hope you got a
yeah.
potion of airwalk handy. Yep. Okay, so let's grab the picture from the tile sheet there. And I notice in this new version, it's the same image on both sides. So the lightning bolt is the same on both sides. Earthquake is the same on both sides. But yeah, it's 6 squares. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep.
Yeah, because if you have the earthquake on the ground, you can't use the lightning bolt
All right.
as spares.
Let's
Well, that won't go away.
now this use of the term orthogonal. Let's pretend that I didn't go to school. Does this mean that it has to be like lined up from the figure? Or could it be like, do you see? Okay, I'm just going to use this as an example. We're looking at the tile sheet now. See where that key is. If the figure is where the key is, could he cast it like that? Or does it have to shoot out
Uh,
from his body, like straight ahead? Like if he was the purple square, he can shoot it straight ahead. Or could he just make it appear in front of himself like that? What would you say?
I I don't know if there's like an example
Maybe in the
on the
booklet.
booklet.
Yeah,
Okay, but I think they say in a straight line.
straight
So
line.
imagine one end need to be adjacent to
Hmm.
the miniature, and then
So what do you lay on the ground if the earthquake is canceled early by hitting a magical wall? Mm, that's a good question, Elberg. I'm
what
not
do you lay?
I'm not sure. How about we do something here? How about we just jump into the book? I don't want to get totally yeah, because would you just cover up part of it and say, okay, only these 3 squares are actually pit traps and these other ones we just ignore them? Like cover them up with something else? Or would the whole thing go away? I don't know. Again, this is not a pack that I've played before, so I can't really give my experience. And actually, a lot of people from the era didn't play it either. Um, so it might be kind of hard to get opinions, but I'm looking for the part of the book. It explains it.
At the beginning.
The very beginning. Oh, and it's laying out all the tiles. It explains it.
Yeah, when he's explaining.
Where did I put it? I don't want to spoil anything too soon. All these are non-spoilers. I don't really consider these spoilers. Playing the quest.
Tell me.
No, that's not the one. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, that's text is kind of small. All right. Earthquake. The earthquake tile covers 6 squares, each of which counts as a pit trap, except that they are all linked together. Players may move in the normal way along the bottom of the quake area. They can only leave by climbing out onto a clear square adjacent to it. So it's like once you're in there, it's like you're in one giant pit.
Yes.
So if you search for treasure, you just search the whole area. Characters in the quake area may fight and cast spells as normal, but they may only do so with other characters or monsters inside the quake area. If the earthquake meets a wall that has a playable room or corridor on the other side, the wall has breached, and a breached wall token is placed there. Any figure may move through a breached wall. If the room that has not been explored is breached, the contents should be laid out at once. So it's like creating a door. There you go. Monster creates a door. If there is no playable room or corridor on the other side, a breached wall token is not placed onto the board. So I guess Zargon already knows. So he just wouldn't do that. Right? Or is it saying you just have to use your imagination at that point? Maybe that's a gray area.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, it says if there's no playable room or corridor on the far side, a breached wall token is not placed. Oh, no, that's okay, never mind. So the earthquake is still there, but you just don't place the
Yeah.
breached because the breach
If there's no play area, is
dead
putting
end.
a bridge wall would not make any sense anyway.
Yeah, because it's like an open door at that point. It's like you're putting.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, where you connect the earthquake with a corridor, for example, you open the corridor, but if you or another room full of monsters, you create a passage for the other monsters to enter.
That would
But
be
if
really
you hit,
interesting strategically. Yeah.
yes, that's why I really like this spell.
Okay. All right. Verg, your question gets answered right here. We found it. Okay. So page 12. Um, magical barriers. If the lightning strike or the earthquake meets a magical wall, both spells are canceled and the pieces are removed from the board. However, all characters and squares between the sorcerer and the magical barrier are still affected before the spells are canceled. Okay, so they take the damage and then you remove it. So you could use the earthquake. Yeah, it would kind of suck to lose it, but you could get rid of the magical barrier immediately by using this. Magic versus magic. Could be interesting. I feel like there's so few opportunities to use all these options for Zargon, so you may want to plan your turn in advance. Think about ways you could cleverly use these powers to thwart the enemy. Well, that's kind of interesting. So she's got 4 tusks. Nishak. All right. Interesting. Yep. Zargon, study this book carefully. Although it is your guide to these quests, it may not answer every question you have during play. When in doubt, kill the heroes. I mean, use your experience and imagination to make the best choice. Remember that you are the ultimate authority in your HeroQuest world. It's so refreshing to hear that. Not some other Zargon. You.
Yep.
All right. Although offline, we love to argue about, what's the best way to do all these different things. We look for ideas. What should I do? The heroes are winning too easily. How do I beat them? We have a whole section of the Discord where we talk about that stuff. Or a hero. What's the best strategy to beat Zargon? He's always cheating. All right. So that. Oh, Blinding Sleep. Forgot Blinding Sleep. To wrap up the Stormmaster's arsenal of evil magic. Blinding Sleet. Did he forget to put this one out too? I'm not seeing it. All right, back to the Discord. All right, checking the Stormmaster images that were posted. I thought for sure it was on there. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Maybe I just forgot to save it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Blinding Sleet. Okay. Spellcaster fills a room with blinding sleet. Characters in that room may not move, make ranged attacks, or cast spells until the start of Zargon's next turn. Those characters can only attack and defend against adjacent enemies. All right. So no damage, just a limitation on their abilities, their fighting abilities. Ranged attacks. Yeah, so that's unchanged. All right. Any last comments on the Stormmaster before we move on?
Nope. But he's, I think, very tough
Yeah,
with his spells.
definitely is. All right. Well, we've got some other things to look at. We've got hero spells. I think before we do the hero spells, I want to look at some monsters and other characters. So let's take a look at. We've already looked at the Dread Shifter. Let's look at the Minotaur. Now, after listening to Cristoble's talk, and I think someone else, other people have mentioned this too. He looks like a nice, friendly buffalo. He looks, uh, people were saying he looks a little too cuddly and furry. I mean, he's a big hulking monster, right? But I don't know. What do you think? Is he not scary enough?
Well, well, um, I really, I really like it anyway. Okay, it's just that we always see the face of the minotaurs in other games, in other media anyway, with this bull with
Hmm.
this like angry face. But yeah, but you know,
Different.
I don't think I don't. Yes, I don't think he's. Yeah, I think I had more or less the same problem when in World of Warcraft the torrents, okay,
Yeah.
they had this new torrents that was like another kind of cow. Okay, so they were looking more. Uh, well, the torrents they look already very peaceful.
Yep. He's got a bell around his neck. Dong, dong, dong. He's like chewing the grass.
But depend as you see it, because anyway, it's menacing. Just the axe, the
Yeah.
spikes all over the armor,
Hmm.
its huge horns, whatever is your face. I don't care. You're looking dangerous anyway.
I'm of course from the United States, and I think buffalo looks scary. I mean, the big shaggy heads. You know, you could. Or
Oh
usually
yeah,
have the smaller horns, but I mean, you could paint him in a color scheme more like that if you wanted to look like a American bison, or yeah, you could make him look like I don't know, a yak or something. You could there's different ways you could paint him. Or like the animation, the last unicorn, like the Red Bull with the fire.
yeah, but just paint the eyes red, that you'll see. It's
Yep,
not
yep.
going to be
He's seeing red.
peaceful.
Yep.
Hmm.
The wizard's got a red cape on. Oh no, even though that's a myth. But aren't bulls colorblind? Well, I guess I don't know about buffalo, but it's the movement of the cape, not the color. But yeah, the trope is it's like, oh, they see red and they go nuts. So he's got 7 movement, 4 attack, 5 defense, six body. He's a big 2 base monster, 4 mind points. So big solid guy. And his special ability is Gore. In addition to their own turn, a Minotaur may immediately roll 2 attack dice against a hero who ends their turn in any one of the 10 spaces surrounding it. A Minotaur may not gore if they are incapacitated. So that part got me interested. A monster who is incapacitated. So like Jungle's Delthrak, where you go down to 0 body points, but you're not dead yet. So that makes me think, okay, without getting into spoiler territory, okay, maybe this Minotaur is going to be harder to kill than just any regular monster with 6 body points. What do you think, Bohemius? Even though I know you've looked. I think that's a pretty good prediction.
Uh, Look, I told you there's something that I want to talk about later on. Okay,
Oh,
but
okay, sure, sure.
okay, but in this case, um, it it really feels like the this expansion is being rewritten in some way.
Mm,
I feel I have this strong feeling that they had an idea and then they change it. I, I,
a
Not
rewrite.
just on the story, but also on the rules and everything. Something was changed in the while they were developing the game.
Mm.
This expansion, and some text are left the same. Okay, all this part, it really feels like they were going to do something, um, player versus player,
Do you think
but
then that?
they changed the idea because there's
Mhm.
terminology that doesn't make sense. Oh, but in this case, we can imagine that they meant if they are like asleep for a spell, or if they
Mm.
are like blocked by but it's not the correct terminology.
Yeah, yeah, it's another
I mean,
keyword.
it's something. Yeah, but it's a keyword that will be introduced in a PvP, or anyway a status like poison. Okay,
Mm.
incapacitated is something that's specific for to give you an idea that the miniature is not able to do his own actions. So, but if you don't specify on the rules, and normally you put this incapacitation in the rules for a competitive game.
Yeah, you would think. Or like the way I've been playing it is I did it for the allies. So your mercenary gets killed. Oh, there's a chance you could save him. I could
Yeah,
imagine a little goblin runs by and like pours the healing potion on him, and he springs back up, rah, ready to fight some more. Oh no! But until then, he's just laying there, and you're next to him. You can't get gored because he's out on his back. Well, it will be interesting to see how he's used. But yeah, definitely an imposing guy, and depending on how you paint him, there's people who are saying though that oh he looks too friendly. Maybe he could be a hero, a monstrous hero. Wasn't there a Minotaur? Or no, that was a centaur. I was gonna say in the Brazilian magazine there was like I think it was a centaur hero, not a Minotaur hero. But this was not in the original, and this is definitely bigger than the centaur that was going to be in the Wizard Quest pack, as we've seen. That was a 1 square monster, more like a gargoyle size. Okay, so what are some other characters? We've seen the Dread Shifter already.
Which one is your favorite miniature in the
Which,
pack?
good question. I would say, hmm, it's a tough call. I'm gonna say Sir Ragnar, actually. I say that because I mean he's just a cool looking character, even though you could just say, oh, he's just a gentleman with a sword and a shield. Like what's special about that? But it's well designed. It's a character that we've known about for a long time, and I guess to finally see him rendered in plastic is pretty cool. Let's look at the artwork here. So this was based on artwork that we've seen before, going back to the development of Rise of the Dreadmoon. And of course, there's always in the back of my mind, I'm like, which designer is that? But I don't know. Somebody was saying though that he holds a shield in a weird way, that it looked like AI to them, or like they had photoshopped the shield on there. I don't know. Uh, but it's like if this is his arm right here, it's like extending off. It's not a typical shield design. But I mean, he's got this cool
And
armor. Needs a helmet though.
well, those those shields are in medieval times.
Hmm.
The kind of shield they are called duels. I don't remember the name. Anyway, they you use the tip of the shield, okay, as a secondary weapon. So you have to have it going uh,
Oh.
forward. Okay.
Hmm.
The fact
Okay.
is, if you see the the arm is in the correct position, but the hand that is picking in the bottom is in the wrong position. So it doesn't look like he's holding the shield in the right way in any
Oh.
way,
Oh.
in any way possible.
So he's an amateur. He
Not
just
the historic, not the historical, and not the let's say the secondary way to do it. So the miniature, of course, is made it better, but the image, yes,
uh,
is a little far fetched.
so if Shadiversary was here, he would make an entire video talking about how wrong it was. Well, all right. So let's. Oh, I don't have a good picture of the miniature from the. I mean, there's other pictures of the miniature out there, but from this particular pack, it's just what he looks like in the box. So you can't really see the shield on this side. I could just grab an image that was shared earlier, because Amazon, of course, has had these pictures up for ages. Somebody shared them again just to kind of compare. See if I can find it really quick here. Discord. Yeah, it's like pictures and then lots and lots of commentary.
I posted one, but it's just from the front. The
Oh,
AI painted.
oh, okay. Let me look at yours. Ah, okay. Are we seeing that in the picture yet? No.
I share here in the side chat.
Ah,
Okay, there you
okay.
go.
So that's the figure in AI has added the paint. It's a cool effect. But yeah, so there he's holding the shield as you would expect. His arm is completely hidden behind it. All right.
Yes, you see, it's going to the shoulder, covering under the shoulder. So
Yeah, you want to protect your body with it. Um, I'm always thinking of the Warhammer Fantasy figures where it just kind of looks like they're flexing their bicep, and then you glue the shield onto the fist, and then it
yeah,
gives the appearance of them carrying it. But yeah, he's a cool looking figure, and with this idea of painting him this way, looks pretty awesome.
I found a picture. There you go.
Ah. Ah, thank you. Okay. This looks like it's from
So yes, this one is
Adventure.
the handle and straps is not the classic way
Ah,
to have a shield.
yep, yep. Well, and I remember reading some things about armor. I'm not a super expert. I wish I was, but how some of these knights, when they're wearing their armor, it looks like they're fat. They're kind of like bulky, but that was because you want to deflect the blows and because they have to have room for the gambeson underneath the armor, the padding. So, I mean, it makes sense. And stylistic concerns as well.
Oh, wait, very true.
Yeah.
There's so many layers of stuff there.
Mhm.
I used to do historical
Yeah.
sword fight.
Nice. Yep.
Says that you gambits on it depended the layers. You put kind of gambits on the chainmail, and in top of that the plate mail. So you
Nice.
have a many layer of metal and um, horse horse hair.
Hmm. So probably pretty hot on a hot day. Would you do it in the wintertime?
Oh, yes, it would be very hot
Yep.
in summer.
Yep. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about it that way. I always thought of, oh, in the wintertime, the armor would be like cold, like really, really cold. But if you, having all those layers would be kind of nice. Of course, you're fighting too, so you'd be sweating underneath all that. Yeah, maybe that's why I took the helmet off. See, if this were an action figure, he would have a removable helmet. That would be the feature. Could be like, oh, it's Sir Ragnar. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he in between? All right, more
Who
characters.
knows?
Who
That's
knows
the
anymore?
point.
Yeah.
Because
Can you trust him?
because I don't know if you want to talk about because is exactly what I meant before. If something is being written in one way, then I think they had a major rewrite for some reason.
That would
I have
be,
some suspicion.
yeah, I'm starting to think about that too because I had my own theory about the delays. I was thinking, oh, it has something to do with the tariffs,
Yeah,
something to them with, cutting costs by firing people. And it's like, okay, well, we'll just slowly release these releases. And maybe that was the case, or maybe there was some development problems. Maybe they were told to go back and no, fix this, or maybe they had more time and they decided, maybe we should rather than just sitting here, this is our one project. Let's rewrite it. Let's do something different. That would be a really interesting question to sit down with Doug or whomever. I don't know who else they had working on this one, as far as like designers and
my
artists.
suspicions is the 2003 leaks were made in purpose, were to test the market, and
Mhm.
the majority of the people I think didn't like the idea to fight Morcar, so they had to rewrite everything.
Mhm. Okay, I I guess it's my show, so I can decide, but I do want to spoil some things on this stream and not other things. Joe Coger says it just makes a crack in the wall if there isn't a playable room. Oh, sorry, I missed your comment there. Yeah, Sir Ragnar. So I want to talk about once we get through the characters, I want to talk about some specific story points, but I'm not going to show all the quests, even though those images are out there and we've all seen them. Let me go through a couple more things, and we'll do these kind of quickly, because I think we've pretty much seen them before. So we got the crossbowman. So they've switched. So all the men are women, all the women are men. Same stats as Frozen Horror, same abilities. I think they look cool. But what you end up with is you could have matched couples. So you got the silver haired man and woman as the crossbow. duo, and then you've got the swordsman. So you got the darker hair and the big huge sword. Same stats for mercenaries. And then you've got halberdier, kind of a more blonde hair with the long pole arm weapon, although it's off the card. I still wish they had helmets, but that's my preference. I guess this is a modern character like video game aesthetic. Let's see, who's the last? Oh, and the female wizard. I think she looks great. I think she even looks better than the mythic female wizard. What do you think? Or did you prefer the other one? I guess I don't have a.
No, this one is a lot better.
Yeah.
But it, I believe they really want to give you the feel of the vintage character, because this one is the same pose of the original wizard, the male wizard coming from the
Oh,
basic box.
is that the ring right there? I was gonna say she doesn't have a ring on, but that looks like a little spot there. It's hard for me to tell.
I don't know, but we have pictures of the miniature, so we can see
Yeah,
if they actually put that.
yeah. I know people are
It could be
saying.
like
Yeah, I know
an
people are saying that.
empty. Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
no, it's not a ring.
Oh, you don't think it's a ring? It's on the left hand, second finger, maybe. Well, if you paint the character, of course, you could easily just put a little dot of paint there. Say that's a ring. Yeah. Yeah, people are saying, oh, that the classic wizard is more boring than the modern wizard. I don't know. I think there's a charm, and it's like this is the wizard at the beginning of her career. She's got the basic staff, and then yes, you've got the later wizard with the big hat and the uh, maybe it's a fake beard, but you wear it to show that you've you've made it, and then all your other gear. She got the potion. That looks like a potion of healing. I'm gonna guess with the blue. Yeah. So the figure. Is there even a picture of the figure? Do you have the picture of the figure to share? I don't think so.
I'm looking. I'm
Okay.
looking. I think I am on an AI
Painted.
painted version.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is, I'm just going to show this. This is from the book. So this is the Alchemist shop. There was some discussion about this because we got the potion of healing 500 body points. That's a major potion. No, 500 gold coins for one red die of body points. We've seen that before. Potion of magic resistance. It says drink this potion when a spell is cast on you to ignore that spell's effects. And I was like, okay, cool. So it's the same as it always was, but actually it's not. Actually, it is changed to be like the potion of magic resistance we've seen in Frozen Horror and Rise of the Dread Moon, which only protects you from damage. Now it doesn't say body point damage, so it could be mind point damage as well, I guess, but where is that picture? Just looking for it here. It's a treasure card. Or no, it's equipment, excuse me. Yeah, they're all out of order.
I think they're treasure cards.
Oh, so they're not
Yeah,
equipment.
they don't exist.
Oh, yeah.
They,
Okay, so they put them on here. Interesting.
yeah, they create an alchemist shop for the
Yeah, because
quest.
there wasn't one
I
originally.
believe was not there.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, alchemist shops were all in the North American versions. So potion of fire resistance. So it wasn't called fire resistance. They were both called magic resistance originally. So if we look at the original treasure cards, let me pull that up real quick here. So there we've got the magical trap, poison, potion of alchemy, potion of charm, magical aptitude, magic resistance, and then magic resistance. So they are different. This one on the right you take before the thing happens. So if you drink the potion, you will be completely unharmed by the next magical fire attack to hit you, be it a spell or a fire burst trap. Whereas magic resistance, you drink the potion when a spell is cast on you, and you may then ignore the effects of that spell. So that's the original. And the new version is
AB back then was a typo. They keep this same name.
oh, maybe. But I mean, I think it's appropriate to call it,
Yes.
yeah, fire resistance. It's an easy fix. So here's the magic resistance. Drink this potion to ignore the effects of any one damage-causing spell cast on you. Well, so Tempest, it wouldn't work because Tempest doesn't do damage. Ball of Flame does damage, so it would negate the effects there. I like kind of the idea that it would negate all effects. So this is a weakened version, uh, as I would see it. But now they're letting you buy it. Yeah, because there's no gold value on the card itself. So this is new. So magic resistance for 300, fire resistance for 300, healing for 500, and magical aptitude for 400. And let's see. The cards. Magical aptitude. This is one of your favorites. When you drink this potion at the start of one of your turns, you may cast 2 spells you know during that turn. Doesn't say doubling up, but you get to do 2. Discard after use.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The magical wand that does exactly the same
Wand magic.
effect.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the one on magic was there in the first edition.
Yeah, it was called something else though. It was called the Wand of Recall.
Wand of Recall.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the European first edition.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was a
Maybe
quest. It was a quest treasure. It's called the Wand of Recall in English, anyway. The North American
okay.
version was changed to the Wand of Magic. We also had the Spell Ring, which was you could cast
There you go.
the same spell twice in the same quest. So if you combine them, I guess you could do Genie, double Genie, maybe. If
Yes.
Sargon allows it. It's like, okay, that's the rule of cool. You can do it. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't seem to see that last one. Magic resistance. The other magic resistance. But pull it up here. Yeah, I guess there's the protection spells. Um, there's the detection and the darkness spells. I don't know. I'm kind of getting tired, and I feel like maybe if we're going to talk about this, we should talk about the more interesting stuff. What do you say? Because we literally talk
If
about
you want to
every
talk
single
about
one.
if you want to talk about the village,
Yeah,
the keep. Yes.
yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's go to Hopkins Keep. We'll have to make a
Yep.
two-parter. Yeah,
There
yeah. Talk
there
about the
is
new
a
stuff.
nice.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know. I'm not exactly much who want to spoil it, but I mean,
Oh, there it is.
tell me.
Yeah. Okay, so we've seen this before. There's the town. It's Hopkins, Doug Hopkins, obviously. Keep. Got the witch's hut. So we finally find out how this all works. And I don't consider it much of a spoiler. It happens on Quest 2 that you get access to this. And it's an interesting mechanic because it's not really a shop, but it's kind of like a menu where you can pick power-ups for yourself. So I think it's kind of interesting. Let me pull up the page from the book. Thanks again to Timothy for
Yeah, it
sharing
is what
this.
it is. You choose
There
your
it is.
power.
Where's Waldo in this? Okay. Hopkins Rest, outpost at the edge of the borderlands. Yeah, I like the borderlands. Getting that lore in there. The heroes are now acclaimed wardens of the realm. Ooh, so we got champion, knight, warden, legend. They
Yes.
start of each quest, a hero may select one location to visit and receive its boon of heroism, if available. Let's see, fallen wardens may always return with new heroes. Fallen wardens. So is that if your guy gets killed, he can come back and get another one? A hero may only benefit from one boon at a time. See, because we were wondering, there's only 5 cards, so how do they get all those locations? So here we go. Um, Sharpshooters archery range. So they have little lore text for each of these. But you practice under the eagle eyes of the realm's best archer. Take the Deadeye hero skill, one available. And we can look at these after. But the training barracks, take the weapon expert hero skill. I think that was the first one we saw. The Cathedral of Hope. So we got your religious angle that we talked about within Carmine. Very generic, but still. The expert healers in the Cathedral of Hope can enlighten you in the art of medicine. Take the Healing Hands hero skill. Wandering Monsters Mercenary Guild. Okay, I was expecting this was going to be where you could actually recruit a monster to fight for you, but apparently Ragnar and the veterans of the guild share stories of their past victories. Ragnar's spirits seem lifted. Recruit a mercenary without paying their cost. The mercenary returns to the guild if you ever choose another boon. Okay, so normally you use gold to hire mercenaries, but you can get a free one this way. Do drop in. Haha. Friendship, food, and merriment, and songs of heroic glory fortify your resolve. I wonder if the bard is there. Raise your hero's max body points by 2. I was like, whoa, that's like getting an artifact. Except it only lasts for that quest. Hopkins Keep, Commander of the Guardian Knights. There we go. The Commander of the Guardian Knights instructs you on the nature of teamwork. Take the Hold the Line hero skill. Peacekeeper's Tower, the Constable charges you with upholding the King's peace. Take the Peacekeeper hero skill. Witch's Hut, the Witch of the Weird. Oh, we got the tie-in. Wait, does this mean that this takes place after Jungles of Delthrak, or?
Exactly.
Oh, Elviler's updating elviler.com. Yep. Okay, so the Witch of the Weird. Unless it's well, I was gonna say it's like, it's a title that was handed down, and oh, I'm the second Witch of the Weird. But yeah, probably. Okay, so the Witch of the Weird
Yeah, it's
currently
also
in press.
possible. Yeah, the
Resembles.
Wish of the Weird is the is a kind of title.
Yeah. You go to tap her on the shoulder
But
and your hand passes right through. I'm not actually here. I'm actually in the jungles of Delthrak. You'll have to find me there.
yeah,
Okay. Brewing potions for those who
maybe,
keep
yeah,
your company.
but it's possible. They're talking,
Yeah.
in the the leaks and ideas and uh, information that we have. Okay, we know that the next
Hmm.
hero could be another spellcaster.
Mm.
So it could be like the Wish of the Weird.
Yeah, because she's just a tile in Jungles of Delthrak.
Yes,
But she can give you a potion of healing, which can be
she
given
can,
multiple times.
she can, she can be one monster. Which, well, I mean, a new hero. Who knows?
Yeah. Another magical character. Yeah, because we got a wizard, but
Hmm.
it's just a duplicate of the wizard we had before. It's not a new type of yeah, spin-off like the
Yes.
berserker from the barbarian and so on. Yeah. Yep. Leaks. Okay. Yeah, a lot of things I was hoping that they would cram into this one. They didn't, but then they gave us some new things that are interesting. So the Arcane Library, let's see, Mentor expands your knowledge of arcane mysteries. After heroes have selected spells, you may take an additional set of spells that you are eligible to cast. This boon is only for spellcasting heroes. Okay, people were discussing this one especially. So you're the wizard. You've got earth, air, fire. This means you can add water, would you say? Or maybe darkness or
Absolutely, yes.
aha. And if you're the elf,
And but he, yeah, but the elf, the elf anyway anyway the second choice by the rules. So the wizard is going to get the first
ah,
two.
mhm.
Let's say that if the elf doesn't take the uh, the elemental spells, then you are going to get the third elemental spells, and then if you go to the arcane library, you are able to get the other one. But the elf, it must it must choose something that is not elemental. Yeah, yeah, to completely give the possibility to the wizard to get all four. It's,
Mm. Because you've got the four elements, but now they've
mhm,
added detection, protection, and darkness.
exactly.
And if, I mean, it's not included, but if you had Mage of the Mirror, you could have the elf spells. Someone was pointing out
Yes.
this might mean the elf could choose three of the elf spells. Once he gets here, he could choose three more of the elf spells.
Yes.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Now, I have no problem with that, but do you think it's what they intended, or maybe just a cool homebrew if you're the, let's say, the warlock or the bard or the druid? Like they have fixed spells, they don't normally get to choose, or would you say it's
No,
just
it's
too cool to pass
specified in
it
the
up?
booklet.
Hmm.
It's specified in the booklet any spellcaster, so it's
Any
generic.
any
They
spell.
can get they can get
Ah,
any spellcaster. So even the anyone that use spells. So the druid and the warlock use spells, so they're going to be able to use this this 3U school of
okay.
magic.
I guess I can see that. I think at first I was going the other direction. I was going to say, well, they're the only ones that get to freely choose spells, so that would only apply. But if Doug and company wanted it to be that interpreted that way, they could have just said the wizard or the elf. But since they didn't, spellcasting
Mhm.
heroes is pretty wide open. So maybe not the monk, maybe not the knight, but druid, bard, uh, warlock. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah. Well, I guess even if that wasn't that open ended, still, I'm sure a lot of people would still do it because they'd say, "Come on, I need some more magic. I finally get to have some," and you're gonna say, "No, come on."
this is the expansion for the magic. For,
Yeah, it
you
is
have
the
enough magic for everybody.
well, and I don't want to spoil too much, but if you play this expansion before and you have some other expansion after it, you might be able to take some of this with you, which could be quite interesting. Kind of like how you can take the alchemy system and apply it somewhere else. What if you take this? I mean, maybe you could say, well, the heroes are not going to travel all the way back to Hopkins Rest, but how do you know? I mean, do you have the map? Maybe it's another village. I don't know. This could be an interesting way to. Now, when I see all these boons, though, I'm thinking to myself, that probably means the difficulty on this expansion is pretty high if they're going to give you all these bonuses. I mean, each hero gets one, right? So let's take a look at some of those cards that we previously had not seen. So these are new to a lot of people. First is nothing to see here. I don't know. Can you see? I don't see anything. I see nothing on the screen.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. You guys see anything? Because I see nothing. Put a ring on it. Oh, thank you, Gold. Great comment. Yeah. Okay, so I see nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing. Oh, there's the magical trap. Nothing boring. Okay, let's get into the actual cards we're talking about here. Ah, here we are. Okay. So healing hands. When you restore body points to a hero with a spell, you may heal the same amount to a different hero you can see, including yourself. So double healing. If a hero adjacent to you is reduced to 0 body points, you may allow them to use one of your available healing potions instead of your own. Well, that could really help out, but you got to stick together. So enhanced healing, that's pretty cool. Cleric hero next. You got the hammer, you got the healing, maybe. And then Deadeye. Monster and heroes do not block your line of sight when attacking or casting spells, so you shoot right through them. Hold absolutely still, Master Dwarf. There's a monster behind you, and I got him.
And here another very important picture.
Yeah.
Nobody got a bow in this game.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's only crossbows. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. You are the archer, a master of bowmanship. When using any bow, you get this fantastic bonus. I think they meant to say monsters, plural, but anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
is it
Future.
this one? Is it this one a spoiler of some kind? A tease of
Hmm.
some kind?
Maybe. Let's keep that to ourselves for the moment. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
sorry.
talking about products. I'm not talking about spoiler in the quest.
Okay, okay. Well, this is a good question. What's your thought on that?
It looked very specific. This character,
Like they're testing out a
and
design to see if people are going to look at it and go,
yes,
where's the archer hero? Where's the so we got
so yeah,
the witch, we got the
yeah.
archer,
Of
we
course,
got the cleric. Yep.
talking about an hypothetical new hero,
Hmm.
and
Ranger. One of them rangers.
great, exactly.
Yeah, you got the stylish either tattoo or scar. Yeah, the dead eye. Still, it's a cool ability. That's more. I don't know. Would you say it's fair to say that's more like European targeting? You can just like shoot anybody anywhere, pretty much. Shoot straight through them like they're not even there.
Is very strong. It
Hmm.
can bypass an
Yep.
entire corridor full of orcs to hit the
Yep.
goblin at the end.
Yep. Yep. It's like, oh, you're blocking the door. I'm gonna hit the guy behind you. You got to hold the line. I like this. I like this. It kind of makes me think of I had these different like ideas for like tactical like battle cards. I never used them in an actual game yet, but each time a monster on Zargon's turn moves away from the 8 spaces immediately surrounding you, roll a combat die. Oh, actually, yeah, no, this is the classic thing where it's like, yeah, you can't retreat. There's a will attack you. If you roll a skull, inflict 1 body point of damage on the retreating monster. Is this in what am I thinking of? Is it HeroScape where you can do this, or is there's several games where you can do this kind of thing? Like if you retreat, you risk being
Yeah, normally it's called like an opportunity strike.
opportunity strike. Okay.
See, when yeah, when you try to disengage and you fail, you get hit by.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah,
sometimes it's automatic. I don't know, but it depends on the game.
yeah.
But yes,
But this is something a lot of people have asked for. A lot of people like it. Um, I think it's an orc quest as well. Yeah, it's like one of these things where it's like, yeah. So we made it official if you want to, if you get it, if you get the card. Peacekeeper. There we go. Gee, that looks like it could be a character as well. Doesn't that guy look very stylized? Like they spent a lot of time on the detail. Keep track of the number of monsters you reduce to 0 body points for each quest. For your
Yeah,
service, the realm
this one.
rewards you with 25 gold coins per monster defeated the end of that quest. Or by the end of the quest. So is this does this break the game? What would you say?
Well, not break the game, but makes somebody very rich for sure. And Jason, talking with you, I know that you're going to use this one.
Infinite money hack. Yep. Yep. Well, not truly infinite because you're still limited to 4 searches per room. Oh, Gold Public says so Deadeye is only for crossbow, throwing dagger, or spells, right? The line of sight when attacking or casting spells. Well, I would think so because if you have like the elf and then the barbarian and then an orc in a line, you can't attack the orc because you'd have to have a weapon that attacks at least 1 square away. So it would have to be, yeah, either a thrown, like a thrown hand axe, dagger, fire with a crossbow, launch a spell, spell scroll, a wand, um, the skull. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of, yeah, anything that's ranged, really. But yeah, they show a character with a longbow, warbow. It's pretty cool. Yeah, sorry, with the 2 screens, I'm not seeing all of the, yeah, thrown hand axe, wand. Yeah, you could have some interesting. The rogue could be pretty pretty handy with that if you bring him into it, which is why they need to bring the rogue back out of print. Weapon expert. I like that character. He's got character. Select a type of weapon. Okay, we can finally see what those weapons were because it was obscured before. So battle axe, longsword, or crossbow. When you acquire this boon, when attacking with a weapon of that type, roll 1 additional attack die. So it's pretty cool because those are like the top 3 weapons that everybody wants. So it's kind of the opposite of the like the disguises or the monk, where it encourages you to save certain weaker weapons because the character's limited. Here, it's like just max out. So the barbarian would love this. And let's see, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? What was? Oh, there was only 5 boons, right? Okay. So we could look at some
But it's
more.
an
Okay.
example. Okay,
Okay.
exactly. Do you think it's going to work with the wand of the warlock? Because
This one?
yeah, because you see, there's an example battle axe. It's not just
Oh, you're right. It's not limiting it specifically to these. These are
it's
just
not
boons.
limited. It's just giving you an idea. So
Oh, okay. No, no, you're
let's say
right. You're right. That makes it that opens it wide open. So you could have a dagger and you attack with 2 additional or 1 additional die, so it's 2 dice. Yeah. Yeah, the wand, the staff. Sure. Yeah, I could see that. A type of weapon. And you could say artifacts too if they're called weapons on the text. That works too.
yeah,
Hmm.
when I use my
Okay, so
my
that's cool.
spirit blade, I want to roll
Yeah.
5 dice against the undead.
Okay, so this is way more powerful than I initially gave it credit for. Yeah. Yeah. Get that one. But there's only one of it, so only one person benefits. Now, once you get these are skills, so they're not transferable. It's not like an object. So you'd want to choose carefully which hero gets what.
They're not transferable, but every mission you choose which one you want. You can change
Like a
every mission,
weapon
so it's
loadout
not
before you
for
go
you
into battle.
forever.
Yeah, yeah. Good point. Good point.
Yes,
Yep. So this quest, let's give this to the barbarian. Let's give the healing hands to the wizard. Let's give, etc.,
but
etc.
for example, the entire group can say, "No, this quest. I think the next quest is going to be too strong. Maybe it's better we are all going to the inn, and we all get the 2 body point
Hmm. Yeah.
extra."
There you go. Yep. Yeah, because the cards are limited, but the
Is
other bonuses not necessarily. Yeah.
or everybody go and get, I don't know if it's limited the potion to the witch, because
No, you can.
in the previous image they tell you which one is the limitation. They tell you only one
Oh yeah. Let's
or
go. Let's get
no
that again.
limitation.
Let me get the village again. Oh come on. Where did I put it? That image. There's the big village. There it is. Okay. So yeah, one available, one available, one available.
You see, the potion can be gained multiple times
Yeah. Oh,
with
yeah, the
the two
mercenary is
asterisks.
probably still just one.
They don't have, let me check. Monster. But yeah, there's no asterisk.
Yeah. I guess I had assumed originally that you just land on that, so it's like you put your hero there. So that
But
means,
does,
but you
uh,
visit and then you leave and then somebody else comes and gets it. It doesn't matter.
unless the asterisk is there because they specify one potion, so I don't know. Maybe it's possible to get one for each player if they all go to the guild.
Yeah. You just say, "Hey, look, we each need a potion of healing. Let's just all go there." So, boom 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 boom.
Yes,
Mhm.
we can decide to do like a few quests where you are piling up a little bit of potion for everybody, and then you start using it. So you're going to use it in a strategic way.
Yeah.
This thing is fine.
There's something missing here, though. Where is the tavern where you get the grog? And that's all they give you at the inn.
Well,
Yeah.
I,
Raise your body
I
points by
got the
two
flyer
again.
that says 1 gold coin.
Yep. That's all it costs. Yep. I like the little flavor
That's an
text
official
there.
expansion.
Yep. Official. It's canon. Yep.
It's even there in the map. You get to see the other map, not this one.
Oh,
There, there's a building without a circle that is outside of the walls, so it could be the tavern.
okay. Help
Isn't
me.
it there?
Help me. Which one?
It's just out. No,
Oh, the house.
yes,
Yeah. Yes.
the house.
I forgot.
Remember, we make fun of that house.
Oh man. Yeah. Great. There it is. That's where the real party is happening. Excellent. All right. Well, there's a few more things I wanted to look at because with our last ounce of strength, we're gonna have to talk about them. And I appreciate you hanging on with me this long. Okay. So you can play this expansion as the original version, sort of. So you play quests 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 in sequence to play it like the original Wizards of Morcar. And here, I like this adjustable difficulty. Well, I call it that. Fledgling heroes. If you are starting this expansion with all new heroes, let each hero each select 2 pieces of equipment and award them 2 potions of healing. Each hero gets 2 healing potions and 2 pieces of equipment that they get to choose. I think that says a lot about the difficulty. But that's cool. That's a cool idea because I've always thought, well, not every, I mean, yeah, because some people are going to come in with fully equipped heroes, some people are going to switch and start from scratch. So why not do that? Now, if you play it as the original sequence, do you combine it with the fledgling heroes? I guess that's up to Zargon to decide. Heroes will discover the true identity of Morcar after they complete Quest 2, and Zargon reads the story on page 21 aloud. Who is the Morcar? I can just picture and Carmine. I can't wait to drop that bomb on you guys. Now, is this what he envisioned? I don't know. Do you wanna talk about that on the stream? Let's bust it wide open.
Uh, uh, that's the part that I was asking you because you are the one in control. I don't know. I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to. So
I don't I
it's
don't
fine.
either, but I would just say if you're listening to this stream, and if you're in a car, don't have a wreck.
Yes.
But if you're listening to the stream and you don't want to know the secret, maybe just pause here, listen to the rest of it some other time. But before we do that, I do want to say a couple things. So, for a long, long time, there was this controversy. In HeroQuest, are you supposed to walk up to a treasure chest to open it? And the answer all along has been no, you don't have to do that. But people do it anyway because it makes sense. Um, but here, they did make it an official rule in this expansion that all the treasure chests are reinforced. So the contents of the chests are not found until the first time a hero adjacent to that chest searches the room. Heroes who are not adjacent to the chest draw from the treasure deck instead. Each room may still only be searched one time per hero. So that says to me that you might miss what's in the treasure chest unless you walk up to it. But then I was like, but why do that unless you were going to put a trap next to the chest to fool the person? Like, because that was the idea, right? Like, oh, I'll just walk up to this chest and oh, I fell into a pit that was just right there. I don't know. What's your thought on that, Bohemius? Just
Well,
some technical thing.
I never used the rule. Okay, never force it too much. Okay, anyway, the people like to go
Yeah,
close to the chest to open it.
it's
It's
no harm.
classic.
Yeah,
But yeah, what is made in purpose otherwise? Some mechanic of this expansion of
hmm
they're not going to be like the what you see there in the corner. Is with the tongue out, looking at you with a lot of teeth and eyes.
ah.
Okay,
So you walk up to it
you
and
will
you're
never.
like, why is it hard to open? And ah, it's a mimic.
So yeah, is made in purpose, but it will fix. I mean, is a rule that you can apply then everywhere else,
Yeah.
and will make the game, I think, more interesting for in some part in some
hmm
moment because it,
Yeah.
it is very anticlimactic. Entering a room, stay at the door, and there's a chest, and you open it for wireless.
Yeah. Wirelessly, right. You throw a rock at it, it springs the little, opens up. Well, one thing I've wondered about, one homebrew thing you could do is say, actually, you could just open a chest, like you without an action. So you could be in the midst of a battle. There's all these monsters fighting. You're like, I know there's a healing potion in here. You open it up. Ah, the trap gets you. Dang it. Because you can't search when there's monsters present. But
Yeah,
I don't know. It could be an interesting way to do it,
I
and you could still search
I
the
agree.
treasure and get the gold or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, there's different ways. Let's see. Dark Artifices. On your quest, you'll encounter monsters afflicted by a terrible union between artifice and dread magic, controlled by the whims of Zargon's followers. So you got the chests and the doors. Ambush. When a monster with the ambush ability is encountered, Zargon places it on the board as an object it appears to be. So dread shifters in this expansion pack appear to be either a chest or a door. The first time a hero moves into any of the 8 squares surrounding to this object, replace it with the corresponding ambush miniature. It may move and attack immediately. The hero may then continue with their turn. Ambush monsters are uncovered when a hero searches for traps in the room. Oh, okay, so you could still do that. Or corridor where they are located. Replace the furniture with its corresponding monster. So you have to walk up to it to search it. But if you forget to search for traps, it's like a teaching tool. The first few times it happens, you're like, okay. Unless you've got that bonus for killing monsters, and then you're like, great, let's do it. If a hero searches for treasure in a room with a hidden ambush monster, remove the furniture, then replace the corresponding monster next to the treasure searcher and immediately roll attack dice. The hero may then continue with their turn. Zargon's turn, they replace all hidden ambush monsters with their model and take turns with them as normal, because there can only be one at a time. Other effects that interact with a hidden ambush monster, for example, the genie spell, reveal the monster for what it is. Oh, okay. So you just send the genie like, I suspect this door might not be what it appears to be. Boom! It was a. I wonder if you can beat the coins out of this mimic. You could have all kinds of fun with this. Well, all right. I've had enough fun with that page. So yeah, and monsters with 0 mind points, you can't cast sleep on them, but you can use the arrows of night to do extra damage because they can't defend, which is nice. All right, here come the spoilers. Ready? We're doing this.
Ready.
All right. Story overview. Okay, so we've got page 21. Do you want to read it or should I?
But it's better if you read it.
I'll read it.
English is your language,
Ah,
not
yeah.
mine.
I will read it, and if you want to join in the chant, you can. Okay. Heroes, listen well, and you will learn of the great power that Zargon seeks in the northern dread wastes. Magic is strong in those lands. Many who dwell there are wizards. The most powerful are chosen to serve the keeper of the shrine of Irtash. This formidable sorceress and artificer safeguards the shrine and the power bound within its high altar. All kings, queens, chiefs, and people of the northern dread wastes bow before her as she stands in place of the Dark Lord to come. Zargon fled to the northern dread wastes after we battled. He journeyed for countless days before coming across the shrine of Irtash. The keeper immediately divined his potential. She began furthering his training in the dread arts. His power grew. One by one, he faced the wizards sworn to serve the keeper. One by one, he defeated them. Then, in the ultimate test of his powers, he defeated them all at once. It is rumored that he and the keeper grew close during this time. Interesting. The keeper now had one final duty to name the Dark Lord. And here's where Cristoble laughs maniacally, and it's glorious. The wizards of the northern dread wastes were summoned. They numbered in the thousands. All knelt as the keeper stood on the high altar of the shrine. Okay, Bohemyus, does this remind you of that commercial that they showed when they first did the reveal for HeroQuest, the remake? Like that hall filled with Chaos Warriors, and then there's like a dark figure standing at the top.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was almost excited to see who it was as I was reading this. Okay. The wizards of the northern dread wastes were summoned. They numbered in the thousands. All knelt as the keeper stood on the high altar of the shrine. Zargon, bow now, once and nevermore, the sorceress declared. Zargon hesitated for a moment, and then slowly bowed. The keeper leaned forward and placed a heavy medallion around his neck. Rise, Zargon, and be known forevermore by your dread name, Morcar. The assembled wizards rose as one and hailed their new lord. Ready? Morcar, 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 Morcar. You can join in. Oh, you're still working on your illness there. Sorry.
Uh, more the chant of more car, more car.
Morcar.
Well, I was just laughing because I was thinking about Cristobal. Cannot contain the laughter.
He was so excited. Listen, that guy,
Yeah.
bless him. Yep. Let's go Morcar. Let's go
More
Morcar.
car, more
Morcar.
car, more
Morcar.
car.
Yep. All right. The newly anointed. Somewhere in the background, you hear an air horn. Okay. The newly The newly anointed Dark Lord smiled grimly as he gazed down upon the masses. He knew his power would continue to grow. There it is. Hey, how do you know? Maybe he's the one that invented it. And that his power would continue to grow, and that one day it would be immeasurable. He turned to the keeper. I have bowed but once. I have bowed too often, but never again. With that, he unleashed a terrible dread spell. The keeper reeled back, screaming in disbelief. Thought you're my friend. The wizards continued their chant, none daring to be the first to relent in their fervor. Ah, classic dictator move, yeah. Morcar, 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 Morcar. Thus did Zargon become known as Morcar, the Dark Lord. This is the name he goes by when he dwells in the northern Dread Wastes. I wonder what name he goes by when he dwells in the southern Dread Wastes. Grim Dead. All right.
That, green,
Grim
that,
Dead, Grim Dead.
green.
For it is Morcar, not Zargon, that the northern wizards have sworn to serve, and it is Morcar they believe will one day be granted the legendary power of the Shrine of Irtash. Bound within the shrine's high altar is the malice of 1,000 dread wizards. Whoever unleashes it will become the new host for those dread spirits and all their powers. Ah, see, this is tying back to those dread powers again from the original. The host will be granted immortality and ultimate dominion over the ages to come. This is the power that Zargon seeks. To attain it, he imbued his sorcerers' bodies with 4 sigils. They are now sequestered in their respective domains. Should they succeed, his dark reign will last forever. I can guide you to each of the sorcerers, but you must defeat them before they can reach the shrine. Okay, so a reason why we're hunting them down. The future lies in your hands, my heroes. Prepare well, for you cannot fail. These were the words of Mentor. Dun dun dun. And these fun-loving people not realizing what they signed up for. Yep. Well, what was your reaction to this shocking story? I mean, they could have just said, "Yeah, Zargon, Morcar, same guy."
Yeah, we've been. I think Cristobal itself was keep saying Zargon von Morcar. He's always he always said it was like a title
Hmm.
for for Zargon, so,
Yeah.
or vice versa. Well, anyway,
Yeah, I would have thought it
we
was the other way around. Like Morcar sounds like a name, Zargon. It sounds like Sargon of Akkad. It's a regnal name, but it, yeah, it's the opposite. That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, but that is the reason why I think about the rewrite because doesn't match with all the stuff said to us by and Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
Such a, is they were talking about a plot twist. What is the plot twist?
Mm-hmm.
There's no plot twist,
It
right?
was me all along. He just a magical title.
So that's the reason. So that's why probably he arrived late there to. I really feel this expansion is being rewritten in some way.
Mm, maybe, maybe. Okay. So, do we have some other spoilers? Yes, we do. So, let's get into that briefly. Not this one. This is not a spoiler. This is just telling you. Oh, let me say
How the
this. Like,
magic works.
yeah, how the magic works. So, lightning strike. That spell then affects anyone along that line unless a wall blocks the way, in which case, a lightning strike attack will stop there, attacking only those in front of the wall. So it's similar to the earthquake, except it doesn't breach the wall. I don't know. I was thinking of all kinds of ways to get creative with that lightning bolt tile. Like, you could slide it down the corridor or you could put it at an angle. But apparently they don't want you to do that. Or they didn't intend it that way. It's just, and it attacks with 3 dice instead of automatic 2 damage. So it's a different variant. But again, you want to enhance the character, you could give them the regular lightning spell as well. But I mean, the tile is cool. It's fun. There's the Cloak of Shadows. And of course, you got the 3 new categories of spells, which says, okay, new spells for heroes. There are also 3 new sets of spells for hero spellcasters to choose from. Hero spellcasters. Spells of protection, detection, and darkness. They may replace existing sets of spells that a spellcaster can draw on, but elf and wizard still have 1 and 3 sets of spells respectively. Spellcasters may change their spells between quests. Okay,
Berg is coming with the
Berg.
with a breaking news. Berg, yes, with breaking news.
Ooh, okay. No, I did not see the news. He says official availability update for Wizards of Morcar. All right, Verg, let's hear it. Or you're hearing it live. We put him to sleep. uh, as of December 2nd, we will be allowing our amazing distribution partners in regions all over the world to allow Wizards of Morcar to flow through to retailers as soon as they receive their shipments. We will not be asking retailers distributors to hold product until March. Wow, yeah. Okay. So no Pinkertons. Woo. Here's what this means. Berg is quoting this, when will you get your copy of Wizards of Morcar? March 2025 2026 at the latest. December of 2025 at the earliest. Did he switch them around? Yeah. I will not be able to give you much more information beyond that as there's no available timetable that we're holding our partners to. I have a feeling this will be a fact in the coming weeks as different shipping crates hit different stores at different times. I realize that I need to find more official ways to communicate updates like this to everyone who is not in the Discord. So this sounds like Michael talking. A task for another day, though. Wish you all the best of holidays and hope you get a copy as sooner than you expected. Wait till you see what the convention game night promo is going to be next year. Yeah, because we were all wondering about that game shop thing that never happened. Like we've been waiting for that. So that's happening next year. Okay. Very good report. Thank you, Ferg. Thank you for sharing. Gold Public says March 2025 at the latest. December of 2026 is the earliest. Time travel. Yeah. I think he just switched the dates around because we're in 2025. We can't go back to March unless we use time travel. Awesome. Okay. Well, I guess check your local store. Check your local website listing. All right. Next spoiler.
I really don't know why they wanted to hold it until
Well, I think
March.
once that one store broke the rule, it was kind of too late now. Like people are gonna want to get it, and the stores are like itching to release
I
it.
think
Mhm.
I think it is chaos scalpers. This product is going to be like
Yeah,
ruined by scalpers.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's true. People will be selling it for $100 on eBay while they're waiting for all those months. Yeah, good point.
Or more.
Or more, yeah. 200, 300, whatever. They will pay it. You could have a coupon day or something. All right. Okay. Looking for the other spoiler. Here we go. Okay. Somewhere in the northern dread wastes, thunder rumbled across the dark sky. So I can Cristable's laughter once again. Drenching the rain, it turned a footpath, carved into a rocky slope, into a treacherous slick of mud. Only the bravest would dare to venture out in such a storm, or the most desperate. A bolt of jagged lightning lit up the darkness, and a group of bedraggled travelers. They were slowly climbing toward a foreboding tower at the summit. The journey seemed to take an eternity, but at last they reached the tower's entrance. Relieved to escape the storm, they pushed their way through the doors into a dark hallway. Then they peered into the shadows, and their relief evaporated. Before them, a sinister figure sat upon a throne of rock. I think it was pure jet in the original, but rock. His face was shrouded in darkness. After a moment, a solitary traveler stepped forward and addressed the presence on the throne. My lord Morcar, we come bearing grave tidings. Your plan to raise the ogre horde against the realm has failed. The figure shifted on the throne, but said nothing. The traveler glanced at his comrades before continuing. Once again, we were routed by Mentor's accursed heroes, and once again, we were forced to flee. Now a voice like death broke the silence. I'm aware of your failure, Festral, Morcar rasped. But this setback has taught me two valuable lessons. First, I know to not underestimate the king's heroes. I have therefore conceived a new scheme to destroy them forever. I've chosen 4 lieutenants to carry out my plan. Come forth, my lieutenants. With the command, 4 silhouettes stepped forward from the shadows. Let me present Zanrath, High Mage of Sirocco, an ancient bearded man wearing a pointed hat and carrying a staff topped with a crescent moon, bowed down to Festral and his retinue. Fenrax, the malicious, an evil-looking man wielding a wickedly sharp scythe, gave the group a sneering smile. His garb was adorned with skulls. Baruch, the storm master. With a sweep of his oaken staff, a ragged figure with a tangled gray beard greeted the refugees. And finally Nyashak, orc warcaster of the northern clan. She leads well in the absence of her father Groshok, who is assisting me on an important venture in the south. Dun dun dun. So, another expansion. The last of the 4 lieutenants was a towering orc woman in a long maroon cloak with a small skull affixed to the center of her belt and a primitive cell phone in her other hand. Just kidding. She growled what might have been a greeting or a curse. My lieutenants are powerful sorcerers, Morcar informed the travelers. I believe they will succeed where you lot so miserably failed. The traveler's spokesman cleared his throat. And the second lesson you learned from this failure, my lord? Morcar's eyes glinted dangerously in the darkness. To never rely on weak fools, but to punish them. And it is they who will deliver your punishment. With this declaration of doom, the Dark Lord faded into the shadows. He watched with great satisfaction as his 4 sorceress lieutenants erased all traces of Festral and his followers. And he smiled, supremely confident that he had at last found those who could and soon would destroy the king's heroes forever. So, reactions?
Is the same as the original with some changes here and there to fix the narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that they kept that stuff in? Because I was thinking how Against the Ogre Horde had all that mention of, the Witch Lord and all the other stuff that happened. They just erased it completely. Whereas here, it's like acknowledging past events, which we haven't seen much of before in the remake. It's like,
well, we see that only in at the beginning, no, the Keller's Keep. But the stories are connected. Keller's Keep.
well, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Those
Yes,
two are connected.
but other than that, they try to avoid completely the connection. But I think the people ask so much about connections
They're like, fine.
that they finally caved
Yep.
and they start putting setting down the narrative. But
Yep.
they to make the narrative a little more not linear, but at least coherent.
Yeah.
So there's some plot holes here and there. We were me and Dirk
Oh yeah.
we were discussing.
Yeah,
today.
yeah, I,
It's
I remember seeing. Uh,
mm,
yeah, that
yeah, I agree completely. I agree completely with all the everything that has been said about Ragnar, for example.
yeah,
Eh,
more spoilers. Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to say more. You understand?
Well,
But yes,
this expansion seems like it's definitely designed for people who have like hardcore fans. And yes, they may not be perfectly satisfied, but still they're going to be seeing connections or wanting to explore it further, maybe make up some stuff to kind of like go further in the direction that they've started. I hear the
full of
words of
Easter
Doug in
eggs.
my head. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Yeah, no, just saying that is also full of Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
The
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yep.
Ip, Easter eggs. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. I like the Easter eggs. Well, and I hear the words of Doug in my head saying that, well, play the expansions that you want to play. Don't force yourself to say, okay, I can't play this until I've played, five other ones, and which are going to take me like over a year to to get through. Like just play the one that you want to play. And they do it both ways in this one. They let you play it, or they encourage you to either play it all from the beginning or just play the five vintage quests in a row, or you start with brand new heroes, but just give them some potions and some equipment. I saw there's a mechanic in there where you unearth an artifact, and that means you take the artifact deck and you just draw one. It's like, whoa. So what if you already have it? I mean, you could say, okay, well, maybe it's not available. You take that one out. But random artifacts, that's pretty cool. And yeah, Sir Ragnar is in here. Is he? But whose side is he on? I think it's great. I I definitely see some of the typos people are talking about, and like you say, maybe evidence of some rewrites, some I don't know, like where they couldn't quite decide what to do, so they just kind of like just threw it in there. But at the same time, it looks like it could be a lot of fun. It looks like it could be have a lot of potential, just like the original, but even more so. And they didn't, I don't know, they didn't chicken out on it. The new quests, I mean, I take it you've looked at the new ones too, right? You've glanced at them at least.
Only stuff related to the story.
Story.
Yes,
Yeah,
story.
I won't spoil them here, but I will say that it feels like they just continued making new quests. So it wasn't just, oh, well, these are the solo quests where you recruit the mercenaries that you're going to have. No, it was just they don't feel like filler, and they don't feel like so in against the ogre horde you had the arenas, so it's almost like you could just set them aside, like you're playing a different game, and then you come back and you play HeroQuest. I like the arenas, but that's kind of how they felt like you could easily detach them. Whereas these, they feel like they're part of it. They're integrated into it. So characters and events connect. It's not just like, oh, these are side quests. This is actually part of the narrative. So I appreciated that. And several people had commented and said the classic quests, if you call them a classic quest, are well preserved and maybe tweaked a little bit. One thing I did see, remember the Pits of Darkness? They just made them into regular pits. And I was kind of like, oh, they ran out of tiles. Like
Yeah.
they could have used the little water tunnel. I think when I
Well,
run it,
what?
I'm gonna put Pits of Darkness in just because I can.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you had it, both of those expansions, and that's probably what happened. They probably forgot. Wait a minute, we can't guarantee that they have both boxes, so this wouldn't quite make sense. But other expansions have done that too. It's like, oh yeah, here's a room with five skeletons. Oh, you don't have five skeletons? Whoops. But if you did, go for it. Yeah. Well, is there anything we need to talk about here to kind of wrap up our discussion of Wizards of Morcar? I'm getting really tired, but if there's anything you want to say, I want you to feel free.
Um, I think I think he's a very very nice sandbox item for the people they like to create new stories. And yeah, in 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 general. Then the story in itself is I like that. Not that I didn't like it. Is just everybody's pointing out just that they are some some part of the story that doesn't make sense. Okay, they don't want to absolutely enter in any detail. Just just say that is the part that I agree, but as a Zargon, I can always change and retcon a little bit the story if I really desire to.
Yes, agreed. Well, and there's something to be said about campaigns, right? If you're just sitting down with just some random friends that showed up for game night and you're like, HeroQuest, let's play some HeroQuest. And they're like, oh, what's that? I'll teach you, don't worry. But if you've been sitting down with a group and you've been playing and maybe people have started picking up little things, little character quirks, little in jokes, storylines, you improvise something and you brought it into another quest, that would probably affect how you play this one. You might start incorporating some of those ideas. Well, what happened to that little goblin child that you rescued in that one quest and he rides on your shoulders? Well, maybe he, I don't know, makes faces at the orc warcaster and distracts her at a key moment. Like, I don't know. You could come up with some way to explain it. It's like, Sir Ragnar, we meet again. So you must answer for your crimes. I saw what you did. I mean,
Wait a minute, what happened?
that wasn't me.
Imagine clueless
Yeah,
player
I
they
have no
just
memory of that.
entering the game.
Yeah, yeah, you could have
What?
what? Well, I like their attempt to come up with their own stuff, but also try to incorporate different threads of lore and rules and homebrew stuff that people have talked about for years and kind of like bring it into the game. And yeah, you could say maybe in trying to appease everyone, they appease no one. No one's going to be perfectly satisfied with this, but they've given you the tools to tweak it to your liking. I mean, it's all the pieces are there. Like you can season it to taste. I know not every player wants to do that. Not every Zargon wants to. Like the appeal of HeroQuest is you don't have to do all this planning and preparation and revising. Like who wants to do that? But at this point, a lot of people who get this expansion are probably going to be veteran HeroQuest players. Yeah, you get those people who, they get 5 expansions for Christmas, and it's like, let's play them all. Let's combine them all into one pot of soup and play it. But a lot of people who play this are going to be veteran players, experienced players. They know some of the tricks of the trade, and this is going to be their opportunity to add even more spice to their dish they deliver. They aren't going to mind doing it. And I can just imagine Carnival with his rewrites. That can be a game in and of itself. Like I probably spend more time revising or adding to existing quests than I do making something completely original. Like it's so much easier to just make a patch or a mod, and maybe that could lead to something new. I guess we forgot to talk about or I was getting tired. The new artifacts. There's only 2 of them. So there's the Drake Hide
and
Cuirass.
and the spell of the wizard. Well, in general,
Oh yeah,
the three different.
I was just kind of throwing those in the background. This leather armor is imbued with elemental magic armor, non-metal, so it doesn't get rusted. Well, I guess it's an artifact, so it doesn't anyway. This magical suit of armor gives you 1 extra defend die instead of rolling for movement. A hero wearing it may move up to 8 spaces. May be combined with a helmet or shield. May not be used by the wizard. Aw, I was hoping the wizard could use it. So interesting. So instead of like reducing your movement, it potentially increases your movement. because it's a guaranteed 8 squares.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's only 1 extra defense dice.
Yeah. So instead of
It
chainmail,
defend.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dragon hide. What was it called?
Drake hide.
Drake hide. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a
Sure.
Draco,
Yeah.
Drake. Yeah.
So it's not
I was thinking
metal.
like,
That means
who's
they
Drake?
all. So it can be worn by the rogue, for example. I think he
Yeah.
can. Any other class they
The monk
wear
refuses to
metal.
wear it. The monk refuses to wear it, but
Yeah.
everybody else, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And in the
Too
wizards.
stylish.
Yep, To vanity. Yep. Uh, and then the other artifact, what was that one called? That was the unmaker, the
Yeah,
ham,
major. We
the hammer,
have
the hammer of Hadraka. No, not in this one. Did I forget to get an image, or did he forget to take the picture? I'm so tired right now. I don't even know. Visibility, small stone. Yeah, I don't see it in here. I think we've seen the picture before though. Heard in the unmaker. It's a hammer, but I forget what it does.
Yeah, probably can't find it in the
I got nothing.
uh, previous set of photo. Let me check if I can find one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because in those early review or reveals we saw. Oh, finally. Okay, the missing cards. Here they are. You can continue looking for that one, but I'm gonna throw these. So we got Call Skeletons, Leech Life, and Orc Berserker. Yes. I'm just thanking the people in the Discord for this. Okay, so once again, shout out to Gunnavan or Timothy for sharing this. So I do have something right at the end of the stream. We finally can share these. Not because of any review embargo, but just because we didn't have these before. Okay, so we got the Orc Berserker. Sorcerer chooses an orc they can see to be filled with immense strength and vigor. Moves and attacks twice on this turn only. Skill may be cast on an orc who may not be cast on an orc who's already moved or attacked this turn. See, I would like it if you could like confuse the warcaster's mind so she casts it on the bard. Yep. Just like someone would use Orc's Bane against him. Okay, so in Leech Life, we saw this before, but just to be sure that the digital version was up to date. So the spellcaster rolls 1 red die for each other figure in the same room or corridor that rolls equal or greater than target's mind points. They lose 1 body point. Okay, recovers 1 body point. So that's the same. Call Skeletons. The spell summons up to 2 skeletons that appear immediately anywhere within sight of the spellcaster. Oh, but they don't attack immediately. Ah, I don't like that. They should get to attack. Well, like you say, Zargon's prerogative. All right, so did you find the other one? What were we looking for? Bohemyus, are you still awake? Necromancy.
Yeah, sorry, I could not find it.
Aw, shoot. What did I ask?
I
What did I ask you to find? I'm starting to lose the plot here.
The other artifact.
Oh yeah, Erdin the Unmaker. Okay. Hey, Steve RS 2000. Sorry for the late response here. It says, hi all, looking forward to catching up with Rantcast chat today. Great news. Avalon Hill are allowing Wizards of Morcar to be released this month. Woohoo! Put on your Christmas list. Okay, nice to see some direct action after feedback from fans. Well done. Gold Public says, which takes longer, Wizards of Morcar playthrough or Rantcast about Wizards of Morcar? Clearly, Rantcast about Wizards of Morcar. Chains of Darkness equals Hold Monster. Don't tell me nothing. Yep. All right. Well, thank you all so much for putting up with us. And I know that towards the end of the stream, we start getting tired. I start getting tired. But thank you so much for sharing this stuff. And I guess it all works out in the end. People spoiled stuff, people leaked stuff, stuff got released too early, but now we're all getting it. So hopefully their gamble pays off and it sells well and it keeps the franchise afloat and everybody goes home happy. All right. Anything you want to say here at the end, Bohemius? Are you getting it?
I already ordered it. Now I'm
Ah,
going to check my order if it's been
fulfilled. Yeah.
updated.
Yeah. Who knows, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to order because this an expansion. Even if I was in Europe, I never had.
Yep. It even comes with this commemorative hockey puck that you can use. No, just kidding.
Hmm.
Makes you wonder what was originally there, or they just, well, we've got some extra space. Let's just make a little Sargon symbol there. Or is it the Morcar symbol? Hmm. Is this the medallion that he's wearing? Hmm.
That's a nice way to cover the square. Remember in Frozen Horror was just open,
Just cut it out.
left open to
Yeah.
show, to show the miniature
Yep.
down to,
Yep.
to
Yep.
this. Yes,
I like the ones where it was like a little. It almost looked like a little tray that you could put the tiles in. I mean, I always like to put them in a little bag or something, but yeah, right. It's a dice box. Yeah. I wonder if uh, Adam Glick is still working on that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We
Somebody
have
should check in.
we have very big miniatures in
We
this
do.
box.
We do.
We have the two golem
Hmm.
and the minotaurs. They're massive.
Yep.
Look at it.
Pretty big. Yeah.
They're massive.
Yeah. I guess when I knew Wizards of Morcar was being remade, I thought to myself, I mean, it's more to me it was more like the thought of completion. Like they're releasing the last of the expansions that people remember from back in the day, like the boxed expansions. And I wasn't too excited about the the product itself. But now seeing all this, and I mean, we've been seeing more and more over the months, it's like it looks like there's a lot of variety. It doesn't look super complex like Rise of the Dread Moon or Jungles of Delthrak, but to a lot of people, that'll probably be a good thing. Like, just give me a bunch of quests with a bunch of magic bad guys and some extra bonuses for the heroes in between quests, and let's do it. It doesn't need a lot more than that, and it gives you plenty of material to work with if you want to take the storyline in another direction, add more stuff. What does it mean to have these different colors of mercenaries? I mean, you could come up with your own thing there. You can throw in the elementals. You can start making jokes. Turn bad guys into good guys and vice versa. Artificer hero. So much you could do. Lots of potential.
Yeah. Very last thing I want to add. We mentioned it before, but you mentioned it.
Hmm.
There's a lot of stuff. Remember the quest that you played in Gen Con? There's I was expecting that they were going to add the same paragraph to
But
the one of the
Raka.
difficulty to No, 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 no. The one that talks about the difficulty, the ability to of a monster to do an action. If you can decide to not do that action if you
Oh yeah.
want to make it easier. Okay, I was expecting something similar added in this expansion, even though many of these characters, again, I don't want to spoiler, they perform action when you encounter them
Hmm.
before you can even react.
Yeah, we've seen some of that in First Light and Rise of the Dread Moon. They had
Yes,
some like automatic. Yeah, so none of this like, oh well, they never got a chance to use their magic. Well, they used it immediately. Or if you do this,
yes,
they automatically react. I'll say I've definitely not combed through every page, but I have noticed there are some choices in there of options of things for Zargon to do, but yeah, I haven't seen other than the first quest, I haven't seen anything strictly saying, "Oh, if you want to make it easier, do this. If you want to make it harder, do that." Now, having a convention
okay,
quest with that makes a lot of sense because yeah, you're running out of time. People got to move on. You got to get your next group in to say, "Oh, wow, you destroyed the guy with the holy water. Great job." Or, "Oh no, no, just kidding. There were some more guys that came in. You got to fight them now." Kurgan loses a body point. Dang it, hate it when that happens. Right. Yeah. But an experienced Zargon kind of already knows to do that. It's just that it's cool to see it in print because there are definitely a lot of people, especially starting out with the game, where they feel constrained by the text. And so if the text is giving them more permission to try things like that, it kind of gets you in that spirit of yeah, improvisation, creativity, uh, trying to keep it fresh because unexpected things happen. It's too easy, it's too hard. Tweak it, make it more fun. Yeah. Well, I look forward to reading more of this and seeing more what's here and eventually getting to play it. But sounds like people will be playing it this month then.
ready for the end of one of our campaign.
Yeah, I we're getting close. I was my plans were in flux this month. Um, Looking at the calendar though, this weekend looks like I can do it. But if we're doing the arena battle, that'll take up the weekend, and then the following weekend, I don't know what's happening. I might have a birthday to go to, but probably at least one of those days I'll be free. Then the night week of the 19th, yeah, just a normal weekend, and then the weekend of the 26th I'll be on Christmas break, so I won't be doing anything. So will it be possible to finish? Possibly, possibly, because we are very close to both the ending of both Against the Ogre Horde and Jungles of Delthrak. I think we might have to have some like longer sessions to try to get that. I mean, if we're really going, but you know how it is. We waste time or things happen and we can't start on time, and so yeah, it's possible we'll finish by the end of the year. We'll see. But if we get done, what next? I was thinking could go a couple different directions. We could do Spirit Queen's Torment, Prophecy of Telor, or I was thinking we could do First Light and the European game system. There's probably people that want to play this already. But what would you vote for if it was up to you, Bohemius?
If I had to vote uh, amongst the choices you give me, I really would like to play First Light.
Ah, yes. Well,
Okay,
and that
and
one might go
Prophecy of
quick.
Taylor.
Prophecy Teller.
Yes, yes.
They might go quicker than some of these others because I think that we've other than I thought Joe's expansion went by very quickly, but most of the others seem to take a long time. Um, big quests, complex rules, lots of powerful monsters, banter. But yeah, but which I don't mind. I mean, to me, it's not a race. It's just we're having fun. Let's do it. But at the same time, yeah, it's like, okay, are we ever going to get to see anything besides this one? Like, yes, we want to do some variety and things like that. I'm really glad to see that other people have done their public games and are freely sharing it. So we've got several people now that are doing streamed HeroQuest or live games, virtual games. But yeah, I am excited to get back into it. So yeah, I'll have to think about
You
it.
mentioned that
Yeah, go ahead.
you mentioned that you want to play the European
Hmm.
uh, basic game.
Yeah,
Okay, but what do you mean? You mean just to play with the old rules,
yeah, yeah. First edition.
European rules,
Yeah,
first edition?
yeah.
Okay, but that one you can we can do like an event more than actually the entire campaign, or not? You think is you want to play the entire campaign completely?
Well,
The feeling is you can play like some key quest out of it instead of, because you already play it the original campaign, right?
yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
it's been a while. It's been a while. Are you thinking like some of the quests just aren't that good? Like they didn't age very well, or?
No, no, it's it's just okay, they are iconic and everybody have done it. Okay, so the rescue of Sir Ragnar or the trial. Okay,
Mhm. Well,
but
I guess
we
they're
play so
familiar.
many times.
They're familiar to you, but they're not familiar to me because I've played them with the North American rules.
Yes,
But would that
yeah.
be enough to keep it
What I mean?
interesting? Oh, go ahead. Yeah, what do you think?
What I mean? There's some other quests. I'm talking about this one. This one are the one that I would like to play. Okay, because
Hmm.
anyway they are like iconic. But
Hmm.
going to play, for example, Castle of Mystery, I already know if I play the wizard, it's better I don't even enter in any in any door,
You know
or
it too
I'm
well,
dead.
a little too well.
Know it too well. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, guys, you go. I'll wait here. You finish the quest.
Well, maybe. I mean, I still want to do it. Maybe this is the type of thing I should be doing like offline, like just with my family. Just say, okay, we're gonna play HeroQuest, but we're gonna play with some different rules, and I'll have to remind you. Yes, you can search for the corridors for treasure. No, there's only one copy of the chainmail. You know.
Yes,
Nope,
when you open the
that goes back in the treasure
when
deck.
you search for
Gold again.
when you search for error, when you search for a secret door, the door is open in that moment, and you reveal
Ah,
the room.
ah, and the traps at the same time too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is,
Hmm.
because you can find the room that is connected to the corridor. There's nothing there. There, you're fine. You open the classic the classic room with the tomb full of undead. That's a trap.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
now is a little anticlimactic because you open it. Is the is that that kind of room? You already know.
Yeah.
And
Well, and there's no
you pass,
backtracking.
you search.
There's no backtracking.
Yeah,
So you step in, you're like, oh no, now I have to
no,
make my way through. Uh, I might not. Yeah. And it could be a temptation to just sit in the room and just keep searching and searching and searching and trying to get infinite gold. But you may just get whittled down by wandering monsters and traps. Yeah. And no death saves. And no selling stuff back to the armory. I mean, there's so many little
yes,
differences, like so many things that like I'm so used to. I'm like, what? That's really how you played it? I can just attack the
yes,
guy. I can just attack the barbarian. I'm
yeah. But
sick of him
but it
hogging all
reflects
the glory.
it reflects a little bit in the way I play. You see, if you notice, I try to use the the potion before the
Ah,
stuff is happening, because
if
I do use it as that reaction. I use
yep.
it.
Yeah, just waiting
Mm.
for. I'll wait till I die, and then I'll automatically it'll kick in and save me. Yep.
Potion of defense, for example. I drink it before I roll in the dice, not after I see the dice, because it's
Hmm.
for me it's more natural seeing it in that way.
Oh yeah, yeah. The game allows you that freedom. Plus, there's a sense of like, I didn't let you fool me. I was ready for you. Yep. Cool. Well, I'll have to give it some more thought then. I certainly want. I mean, I want to play the quest that I want to play, but we got to work together.
Oh no,
There's no
I
game.
join.
It's just me. So, I mean, I guess I could use the
No, I join.
companion app, but
I join. It's just I don't know. It's just replaying the same quest is the problem, not the because I'm happy about it.
yeah,
Then I'm thinking about other people, not me.
yeah. Well, yeah, there's gonna be people who are not familiar, and I I,
Hmm.
I loved the idea. It unfortunately it didn't work out. I had this idea that once a month I was gonna have like a special like off-site stream where it was gonna be fancy and we were gonna do something like play some quest, some one-off quest that we never did. So we did Rogar's Hall, and that was pretty much the only one that we got to do like that. It was a little more work than we thought it was gonna be. It'd be fun to do something like that again, but I just don't see that happening anytime soon. If it did, that'd be great, but it probably would just be a one-off, not a regular thing. So I thought my schedule was going to change drastically. It hasn't yet, but if it were to happen, I guess, I mean, I don't know. Be prepared in the future. Maybe I would just be doing every other week or one day a week instead of two. Right now, I have the freedom to do two streams on a weekend and still do the rant cast almost every week. And so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I have taken a little bit of a break and kind of makes me rethink the whole thing. But I don't want to do it so infrequently that people like it's always different people. Like we lose people or nobody remembers what we did. Like, you've lost the momentum, you've lost the rhythm that we have. I definitely enjoy the continuity from stream to stream. But I could go on and on about that. I'm going to say thanks everybody for joining. Thanks for watching, listening on the Rantcast. My voice is almost gone. So thanks, Bohemius. Thanks for joining us on the Rantcast podcast.